Well, good morning everybody.
Ah non, attends, on n'y est pas encore. C'est qui lui?
Okay, you are getting on the online.
Good morning everybody.
We're getting on? We're online?
Yeah, I'll check your 5,
Non, pas encore.
3, 2, 1, we're online. Supposed to.
Okay.
Hi everybody and welcome back in the Bay of Villefranche here for this AIDA World Championship 2019 in outdoor freediving. I'm still here with my friends Audrey Palma, Stéphane Sextat, we've got Arthur Voisin right here with us, and Mariel.
Okay.
And Morgan is about to start right now. He's the first diver today. And we are here for the men constant no fins today, as we had the girls yesterday.
Okay, let's go Morgan. Can do it.
And Morgan is about to start right now.
Huge depth for Morgan to be achieved.
Okay, here we go.
An announced performance at 91 meters.
National record, personal best.
It's a national record, yep. And he's gone.
Okay.
Morgan is one of the best technical divers. I mean, like, his technique is just amazing. As you can see, he needs, it's like a third move, fourth move, and now he's already free falling. Fifth move, and that's it.
So Morgan this year made a few changes in the way he prepared himself to this performance. He worked a lot dry and he worked a lot with the long hypoxia cycles. So a lot of scientifics were following his progress the seasons long.
Okay, and Morgan belongs to this magical trio of the best freedivers with no fins ever. And today we do have the privilege to follow this fantastic quest for the goal for the podium. And Morgan did the best announce, 91 meter. You do have to imagine this is 30-story building high, so that's huge depth coming in.
His free falling now is reaching the 80s, and it's one of his last dive in the World Championship, because he will be retiring after that competition.
Allez Morgan.
He will keep doing some small competitions, but no more World Championships.
Superbe demi-tour.
And touchdown from Morgan, and he's coming back right now.
Smooth, long way up.
Ah, la technique est parfaite.
Yeah, just
Very streamlined, powerful arms.
balance, good rhythm. Come on Morgan, this is it. Okay, now he has to manage his effort all the way up. He knows it perfectly. He trained very well recently.
He started his prep in November 2018 for this performance.
Come on Morgan, good kick leg,
Yeah, good leg
And-
stroke.
steady technique, come on.
Very.
He wanted to train home this year, so he stayed in Marseille. And he told us that it was not that easy to go on diving in Marseille than it is in Nice, but he really wanted to be home with his friends and his team.
Very nice technicity, a lot of power, nice
There's
rhythm.
nothing to say, technically speaking.
Just
Morgan.
perfect, yeah.
Mr. Perfect.
Okay, probably feels now a high contraction.
And he's meeting the first safety diver
You
at
have to
30
breathe.
meters.
First angel on the right hand side.
Allez,
Come on, Morgan.
25 mètres, Morgan.
Allez Morgan.
He's going up for gold.
On est avec
Gold
toi.
medal.
Vive la brasse. Tu peux.
Oh my god. He's looking up.
Allez,
He's looking up.
15 mètres.
Allez, you're almost
Allez, 3
there.
mouvements.
You're almost
Prépare
there.
ta sortie. You're almost there, Morgan.
You can make it.
Come on,
He's
you
looking
can make
up.
it. Come on, make it. Yeah.
Slowing down.
Slowing down.
Looking up,
Slowing down.
down.
Lactic is coming.
Ok, allez Morgan, prépare la sortie. Le dernier mouvement, laisse filer. Et on fait une sortie. Yes.
He's out.
Allez Morgan. Morgan. You
Looks fine. Looks fine to me.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Morgan is always fine.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's a huge effort.
wow.
That's a
Huge dive from Morgan Bourc'his. Gold medal, world record.
On attend un peu.
National record, sorry.
Oh my god.
I think it's a white
Hard
card.
task.
Le carton.
Super bien géré Morgan.
It's definitely a white card to me.
Yeah.
Maintenant ce qu'il fallait,
Spins.
le
Come
tag.
on, judges.
Waouh. Bravo. Alors là, fantastique, fantastique, fantastique,
We're so happy for you, Morgan.
fantastique.
You so deserve this first place today.
You are a champion.
Performance validated for Morgan.
Bravo.
White card, 91
Oh my
meters.
God.
National
Énorme.
record for Morgan Bourc'his.
Il
He's
l'a
been
fait.
among the very,
did it.
very best freediver for the world, but okay, the next,
And
Alexey
Molchanov is about to
getting
start.
ready now, so
Yeah, he's preparing.
we'll switch to him now. But congrats again, Morgan.
So this
We're
was
very
an,
proud and happy for you.
This was an AIDA national record for Morgan.
We feel the emotion here. And now we could probably say the best ever freediver, Alexey.
Yeah, Arthur just told me that Morgan's dive time is exactly 3:34, and Alexey should be a lot longer than this. Probably.
Allez Alexey.
91 meters,
Steady.
Alexey Molchanov, same depth. So, in the best case, we're gonna have 2 gold medals today.
That would be
Okay, Alexey packing a lot. Using this 30 extra second of
Alexey.
AIDA rules to be sure to get plenty of air, and this is it.
Alexey Molchanov from Russia.
Apparently no way.
He's also called the machine. And he used to be a very, very gifted athlete in pool 2 because he had all the world records there. But most of you know that already.
He's got a PB, I think it's 96 meters in the Red Sea. And Alexey, you know, is like a decathlete.
And he announced a bottom time at 2 minutes and a dive time of 3:55.
He's leading all 4 disciplines. And now he's a free fall area. It's got a very good kick leg, so it helps him to keep the speed down, nearing 1 meter per second. So still being relaxed during this kick leg movement, and you can see it gives him some speed.
And Morgan told us that he's really, really good to make his announcements in a strategic way, which means that he can guess almost the performances that the other athletes are going to make. And
The free fall is pretty slow.
he makes the perfect right announcement.
Yeah, it's quite slow. That's the reason why he used kick legs, because he's got a huge lung capacity and he has no weight at all. So on the way up, much easier. On the way down, you must work on it.
He's trying to relax right now, as we saw this little shoulder movement. The free fall is very
The
slow.
free fall is
60
really,
meters,
really
yeah.
perfect too. The shoulders are very relaxed.
You know how to manage to stay more than 4 minutes 30 seconds into the water with effort, so that's the reason why being a bit slow is not a big problem for Alexey.
Perfectly streamlined.
Smooth going down.
This is a smooth free fall.
Yeah.
Very cold. You have to imagine water is around 13 degrees. Yeah, you need to still relax. Very hard task. Very
He's
hard
reaching
task.
90.
This is
Touchdown.
it.
Okay.
Relax.
Alexey.
Yeah.
And on the way up now.
Wow. And now very fluid technique. Streamline.
He's very relaxed on the holes.
Yeah, he
Soft movements.
grabbed the rope very high.
Yeah.
No, 2
over
meters.
the
2
plate.
meters.
2 meters.
Yeah, I think there is a margin. Look at the technique.
It's very slow, huh? On the way
Slow,
up.
but you know, continuous technique, very smooth.
Slow and powerful.
There is no abrupt, you know, gesture. It's very, very smooth.
I think he was just
Pushing
a little,
all the way up.
I think he was just a little bit slower than when he announced, when he touched the bottom.
Yeah, it'll be more than 330, definitely.
Yeah.
There's nothing useless in his movements. Everything
Yeah, you see the
is
slight
just
current
perfect. Yeah,
pushing
there's
him
a current,
away
yeah.
from the rope, and that's not very easy to manage because you feel the tension
Yeah.
pulling you back on the rope.
He should get back close to the rope.
So maybe
That's what he's doing right now.
yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
The head is perfect.
310 already, still 40 meters to swim up. Streamline, feeling contraction definitely now.
He's gonna be the
Yeah,
first safety
now it's becoming
diver
lactic.
now.
He's putting some rhythm in the swim. Probably
It's
very
becoming
hard.
lactic. As
Yeah.
you can see, the movements are
Head position. Okay.
a little bit less.
Okay.
Extended.
Dolphin kick. Suffering probably.
He's looking up too.
Still soft.
Yeah,
on the
suffering
movements.
lactic definitely right now.
Okay, you can manage. Alexey.
Yeah, it was fine.
Tier 40s now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's tired.
It's hard.
Yes, he's
it's
very
hard.
tired. Oh my.
Pop, pop, pop,
Bones.
pop, pop.
No, maybe not. It's the strategy of the
maybe
burps.
he touched the-
Look.
Oh!
Oh.
Just missing it.
Okay, so
But that was close. I mean, look. Yeah. Look. It's
was
very
very
close.
close, yeah.
that was very close.
Huge effort, very long effort.
It's
4 minutes down
it's
to
a
the
very
water.
Yeah.
small blackout, almost no blackouts. But
Morgan.
still not validated for Alexey.
You could see the struggle on the final phase. You know, the last 20 meters when you see the head looking up. This is the suffer area, and it's very hard to manage
Unfortunately, it's going to be normally a red card for Alexey.
that. Yeah, it will be a red card.
the dive was beautiful. He was so relaxed, but maybe he was a little bit slow on the descent because he touched the tag
Yeah.
later than expected. Like
Yeah, the free fall was very slow.
15 to 20 seconds later, and 15 to 20 seconds, it's a lot.
Maybe you should have had maybe a little weight.
He knows perfectly that. I don't think so, but it's maybe the conditions, maybe the current, maybe many things. We don't really know all the.
Now we
the
have
data.
Morgan
Oh.
Trubridge from New Zealand
William Trubridge.
getting ready.
Said Morgan, yeah,
Mr.
William.
Trubridge, yeah.
William is just the pure king of the discipline. He set many world records, and he's the only man reaching more than 100 meters down into the water without no assistance at all.
Yeah, right now
So packing a lot.
we've just had the three very best divers in no fins
Yeah.
in a row. I mean,
The magic trio. You
yeah.
do have Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal here.
Exactly.
In the
Exactly.
in the
Trubridge,
freediving
Alexey, and Morgan are the
more than
three
10 years on
very
the
best.
top. 10 years on top and still there. And
Three
still
very
leading
best in no fins.
the discipline. Okay, so William is streamlined. He's a good technician.
Very smooth movements.
He's a tall guy, so he's got a good reach, and he pushes the water all the way down as well, using kick leg. Nowadays they do use kick leg to reinforce the speed in the descent. William will be much quicker than Alexey, and not nearing maybe the speed of Morgan. Quite close, these two.
Rio Seb, salut à toi. Morgan a fait 91 mètres validés. Pour l'instant, de toute façon, pour l'instant, non. En fait, ça veut dire que Morgan est champion du monde.
Will did a conservative
prendra
announce. 88. I think he reached
Normalement,
this depth dozen times at least,
Le carton, c'est définitif.
and that's a good free fall for William.
on l'a vu.
Imagine 13 degrees around, stay relaxed, diaphragm, the chest. It's an inside trip. You have to remove all thoughts, keeping your anchors,
Yep.
visualize. Okay, your turn.
Touchdown for
Fantastic turn, fantastic
144.
turn,
He's
using the
quite
whole length of his arms.
fast.
It's a good rhythm. He did a great turn.
He announced 145 at the bottom, and he reached it at 144. So that's very accurate.
Yep.
Initial surface at 335. So the same type of dive as Morgan Bourc'his.
Come on, Will. You can do it. 60 meters to go. You reach now clear water. Okay. You don't
it's
feel
not
it?
good.
That's a concept you dive. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, William is very attentive to his sensations, and his huge experience in freediving allows him to know if he's going to be good or not during a dive. And now he felt that he was a bit short, I think, so he's now passing from CNF to free immersion to come back, and so he will use less energy to come back.
Yeah, of course he will be disqualified for that, but he'd rather do that than
now he's
than having a problem. But
he's going for a blackout.
Yeah, that's a blackout from Will, unfortunately. The conditions surfacing now. Medical stuff on the way.
Okay, so this.
Okay, this
Professional
is
team.
a blackout on surface for William Trubridge. So he will be brought to the medical staff for
coming back.
O2
Coming back,
assistance.
Will's coming back.
So it happened at the Caribbean Cup as well, but here we have two doctors, 2 nurses, and 4 paramedics to take him in charge. Among them are 2 pompiers de Paris.
Oxygen on. Okay, that's the hard rule of this demanding discipline. Very hard. 90 meters on the CNF in these conditions, just tremendous performance, tremendous.
So Morgan is definitely the king of the day and of the year
Yep.
and of the
Morgan.
constant no fin.
You deserve that. Huge performance.
And French, so French, like you say, Marie.
Okay, next contenders, we do have Miguel Lozano is going for. Yeah.
So
From
William
Spain,
Trubridge, he seems okay now.
Okay.
He's sitting and
Recovering.
he's recovering. Yeah.
He's been put under pure O2,
Yeah.
so we can
Now he's back, totally back.
recover.
So
Gonna breathe O2 for a little while.
next is going to be Miguel Lozano. He's going for, I think it's a national record. It's not mentioned on the dive. Maybe there is a mistake. I'm not sure, but for me, 86 meters were never been reached in Spain. So I think it's a national record and a PB,
Probably,
of course. And his previous one officially, I'm not sure, but I think it's around 83 meters in the warm seas. Miguel is the man. He's a tall guy.
Very tall guy.
It helps a lot during the no-fin discipline, and he's the one I think who's doing the longest trip deep. He's not far from 7 minutes, reaching 60 meters very slow with different steps at 15. A huge trip to 60 meters, and he's very good in hypoxia.
He's preparing with a snorkel. He's preparing with a snorkel, like few athletes are doing like this. It's one of the 3 ways to prepare. Some of the athletes are on the back, some are facing the bottom with a snorkel, and some are just seated.
It's much harder to pack this way, but it's possible to pack.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And Miguel is very strong in the no-fin discipline because it's the long trip. He loves it, and he's tall, guys. He's got a long reach to pull the rope. But in no fins, he's a very strong contender, really.
As his favorite disciplines are definitely no fins. And this year, he told us this year was a transition year for him. He wanted to come and stay around his friend, train and see how things would be going around Barcelona. So Nice is close to Barcelona, and he trained, but also he told us that he has two young children, 2 girls, 3 years old and 7 months baby. So for this season, his expectations are not as high as they might have been before, because the training couldn't be as stable as he would have liked. But anyway, he told us that he really wanted to enjoy and give his best. And Miguel is really in this state of mind of joy, happiness, and heartwarming, and sharing love around apnea. Alors que Morgane va probablement nous rejoindre.
Morgane va faire le bonheur de nous
Morgane
rejoindre.
qui connaît très bien Miguel Lozano,
va
qui
pouvoir commenter
l'apprécie
un peu.
énormément.
We have, yeah.
Et c'est vrai que Miguel est une personne qui est très souriante, très avenante et extrêmement positive. C'est quelqu'un de lumineux. On l'appelle le baobab d'ailleurs, parce qu'en immersion libre, il impressionne avec sa facilité, mais surtout avec ses temps d'apnée.
Miguel,
And right now we saw that the freediving times were quite long, and that was the issue for both Alexey and William maybe. So the fact to have a long breath hold for Miguel can probably be a good point for him now.
great technique. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the push it creates, you know, with the strokes, just gliding down the
the
rope.
glide.
Huge
Very,
glide.
Very powerful arm stroke.
Miguel, great
It's
technique.
free falling right now. It's reaching the 35, and it's free falling, smoothly free falling to the
that's
bottom.
a great free fall.
Yep.
Great free fall. Little movements, little corrections, flying perfectly down there. You can't see, but there is tiny correction of the end, the fingertip, that creates the slight correction to be back on line. It's very hard to free fall like that. You need to be experienced, streamline. He's in the cold areas, in the dark. But it's maybe all lit inside his mind.
So he told us that his confidence comes from the fact that he knows he can stay very long underwater. For instance, he can do dives for almost 7 minutes to 60-meter depths. So that gives him confidence to go that deep too. And probably he has no mental pressure this season.
Voilà, on a Morgan avec nous. Morgan is with us, resting.
We have
brave
Morgan with
performance.
us, with who's going to answer a few questions and who's going to comment with us Miguel's performance. So Morgan, how are you?
Completely exhausted.
How it feels to be a world champion?
Alors que Miguel
remonte.
is coming back to the surface. Merci Marie.
Hey, mon Miguel.
The diving time announced was 3:30,
Slow
the
pace,
same as for Morgan.
smooth.
Reaching the 40s.
Did you reach the depth?
Yep,
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't see.
he's got the tag.
Okay, now it's
very relaxed.
probably not burning in the shoulders, in the
I know that
legs.
Miguel didn't train very much, a lot this summer. He was really busy. But he seems to be good.
Okay, now it's the hard part.
Hope for him it will be.
Difficult to swim, you see.
Oh,
Come
Yeah,
on, man.
it's hard to swim.
Yeah,
It's burning.
lactic
okay.
is coming.
Let's see.
Go, Miguel. Go, go,
No
go.
good.
Oh,
Okay.
that's the.
He'll be taken in charge, yeah.
That's no good for Miguel. Looks bad. I think he will be taken in charge.
Yeah,
slow.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
still
yeah.
Okay, 17 it's deep, so I think they need. Yeah.
No, it's over.
Oh, 17, take him.
Yeah. Safety divers are taking him in charge,
Okay, so.
pulling him up to the surface, And it's an underwater blackout for Miguel.
You can see the work of the safety divers, releasing air. It's a blackout.
After we have
Deep blackout.
Abdel.
17 meters.
Yeah, Abdel is getting ready for his dive after.
Okay.
And Miguel is going to be taken in charge by the medical staff. He's going to recover on O2.
No fins, it's just the hard discipline.
Yeah.
7 athletes announced more than 80 meters.
No fins is the discipline where there's the
We've got 6 athletes.
biggest risk of blackouts, and it's the discipline where we're going to see
But
most of the blackouts of these World
you know,
Championships, I guess.
when you arrive on the setup, it's completely huge. It's massive. You have a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Everybody is shouting. You're in the open sea, even if it's a little bit protected. We can see the rough conditions, and it's difficult to be really in your zone. And I know that I was during the first time of my warm-up. I was in dry conditions, and I wanted to go into the water to be more calm, more quiet, more focused with me. And it's difficult. It's a big setup. It's very massive and impressive.
We heard some of the organization guy shout, "Shut up!" Just exactly 1 minute before you
Yeah.
got
You
there. We were like,
did
"Oh
hear
my
this one?
God."
Yeah.
I didn't hear that, but yeah, it's
Silence!
very impressive. Yeah.
And the coach, it was helpful for you? Yeah? Cyril?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. You were okay.
Pardon Cyril.
That's a trick, man.
How was the sensations? How were the sensations down there?
The dive down was really pure. I was really very quiet. I know that my equalization was perfect.
Yeah.
I was a little bit after the plate.
Yeah?
Down the plate, yeah,
You were.
it was very nice. And after the first part was nice. And I count. I know that when I am between 25 or 30 strokes,
Yeah.
I am approaching the first safety diver.
Okay.
And after, well, I don't remember exactly what's happened, but
Narcosis or think?
I don't know. I think probably most hypoxia. But,
Hypoxia.
Yeah, I could see you.
Yeah,
I could see you. Yeah.
And how was
Quite
the
slow, but just
yeah.
on the edge.
I don't remember the first part of my protocol,
Okay.
but I remember the second part.
Is it the first time it happens to you?
Like this, yes,
Yeah.
maybe, because it was a very strong dive.
Okay.
I know that
Yeah.
because of the tension of the competition,
The stress.
a first place, a first gold medal potentially,
Yeah.
a world championship title. So you have some stress and.
How was the burning sensation with lactic and everything?
Not
so
too much. Not
Okay.
too much. Yes.
And have you last question for me? Have you ever had any samba or blackout on surface after a dive?
I had one in Cyprus in 2015
Yeah.
when I wanted to attempt my second 90 meters.
Okay.
I did it first time during the pre-comp. It was okay, and after different things, because also with the accident of Guillaume,
Yeah.
I was completely fucked up.
But it
with
was
the
samba or
competition.
blackout?
Samba, and
Okay,
I
so
did my
in your-
protocol in 17 seconds.
In your own career, as you're like a world champion going to 90 meters no fins, you only had one samba.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
You
he's
know
the
what I
best.
mean?
That's why he's the
He's
best.
the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I
known
did-
like that anyway.
But I remember I did
Mr.
one
Perfect.
samba in 2010 during the dynamic in Okinawa for the Team World Championship,
Okay.
and that's all. Yeah.
Wow. Impressive.
You mastered the thing today.
Very impressive.
World champion, man.
Pas le baobab en fait.
Baobab. No, it's Miguel, the baobab is
Avec les racines
Do you have any,
et les branches au ciel.
Do you have any thing you want to tell us about Abdel, who's about to
Abdel
dive?
is on this
Ah oui,
line.
Abdelatif.
Okay,
Il est là-bas, Abdel.
You know Abdel, huh?
Yes,
He's
of
over
course.
there.
No, Abdel is in. He's
Abdel is
compete
on
for
the-
second place.
Yep.
Because everybody
He does,
before him, so it could be very nice for him. After a very big, famous World Championship for him,
Yep.
could be very, very cool.
And something about his very, very fast progression.
Yes.
And it's amazing. Huh? In like 1 year,
Completely,
he
yeah.
totally.
He's got the tank, huh?
Yeah,
You know, he's
really.
he's on the
Started
long.
2 to 3 years ago, right?
Yes, 3 years ago, I
But
think.
he used to be
I think he's got 30 years of spear fishing
Spearfishing.
experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's a great athlete, yes.
Spearfishing is one of the best school to be then a freediver after that.
And Morgan, you also told us that he was known because he can make some accurate announcements and performances.
Yeah,
And he says and he goes, and that's correct.
yes,
Though he's quite young in this sport.
yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, 83 meter announced for Abdel.
It's 1 meter more than his best performance because he did 82 in Marathon 1 month ago.
Hey,
And
apnea belly.
he did 85 during his training.
Okay.
A lot of people are asking us how is Miguel. Miguel is actually currently on the medical boat facility, and il est parti. Yeah.
No, no,
He's on the boat.
Yeah, he's on the boat. He's on the boat. He's on the medical boat, and he's recovering.
Okay.
You
Okay.
have to
Yeah, I can
imagine-
see him. I can see him. He's lying on the boat. He's laying down on the
He's
boat,
moving.
and he's recovering with the medical staff. Probably breathing O2 right now. His blackout was pretty deep and pretty strong, and pretty long actually. So I think he needs to recover a lot.
Yeah, he needs some cares.
So that emphasizes how hard this discipline is. I insist on it.
We don't have any further information about Miguel right now, as he's laying down on the medical boat over there.
Conditions are really not easy, really.
He's
moving
gonna
a
be probably evacuated.
He's going to be
Yeah,
evacuated
because
probably,
he
yeah.
might have what is water.
Yeah, maybe he's got water in the lungs.
Yeah,
A little bit, so he's going to be evacuated to a hospital.
Yeah.
Abdel did not start.
And this is a no start for Abdel because of cold, I
Oh.
think. Yeah, I saw him shaking, and I think it's because of cold.
Oh,
Yep. No start for Abdel from France, who is suffering cold, I guess.
so obviously when there are many blackouts right before you start, it's
Yeah.
not giving you great energy to
Exactly.
go deep,
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
not very smooth and comfortable. So you can't find the serenity that you need, right?
What about Mateusz?
Mateusz is. Oh, there is a break. Maybe there is a break. I'm not sure
Yeah, no,
because
I
the
have to
two
check.
athletes
Oh.
are
Yes.
Okay.
resting. So
Yeah.
maybe it's a
Yeah.
break.
Maybe it's a
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, yeah.
Technical break,
I
maybe?
didn't know about that.
Yeah, okay, maybe a technical break.
Mateusz.
But I saw Abdel shaking in the water, and I saw the French coach trying to
Oh. Or did they ask for?
to
time?
warm him up.
Or maybe rough conditions. I don't know.
Tu sais
What do
pourquoi
you think, Mary?
T'as eu des
sais pourquoi
informations d'arrêt? Les
Do we have a
lignes
break?
se sont arrêtées. Athlète sorti. Ok.
Okay, so we have confirmation that Miguel is going to be evacuated to a hospital, probably for water inhalation. So he probably have a little water in the lungs. So he will need further medical assistance. And we possibly have a technical break right now. Yeah, we have a technical break. It's been confirmed. So, on a le retour ici, c'est bon. Hein? Ouais, ouais.
C'est la première fois que t'étais aussi tendu?
So,
Sauf à Chypre en 2015.
yeah, we have a few minutes break right now.
Mais tu t'es fixé un-
As you can see the results on screen right now.
Morgan Bourc'his.
Morgan Bourc'his, who is
Pour la tête.
currently
Morgane.
the 2019 CNF AIDA World Champion. with a 91 meters performance, which is an AIDA national record.
With unfortunately 3 red cards behind him, so that's quite rare that so many
Yeah, it
black
never
cards
happened.
happen in the rank, but
It never happened.
Yep. So
it's
hopefully,
really sad for these champions.
hopefully, if Abdel is performing his dive correctly, we will have a vice world champion. For now, Abdel is warming up in.
So it's not a DNS, so it's just a delay.
Yeah.
The comp.
Yeah, Abdel is warming up in a survival suit right now,
Making jokes,
making jokes
playing
with the
Superman.
safeties.
Thomas en embuscade.
Eh oui.
And
Vraiment en
Thomas
embuscade.
Bouchard is, yep,
Where is he?
Rémi en embuscade.
and Rémi are just following
Ils
Matt
annoncent
Malina.
des conditions comme ça. En tout cas, c'est des annonces de mer tropicale.
Matt Malina, who announced
Freediving.
80 meters. Matt Malina from Poland,
Mettre à jouer, là.
who is also
Non,
a very, very nice freediving, pool freediver, sorry. Matt Malina, who performs in pools as well.
Morgane, tu es content de t'être entraîné à Marseille, du coup les conditions sont plus difficiles
Ah oui.
plutôt qu'aux Bahamas.
C'était comme à la maison aussi. C'est même mieux qu'à la maison, même si c'est hyper dur. Oui, c'est clair que à Marseille, nos conditions font qu'on peut plonger après dans toutes les mers du monde, ça c'est sûr. Pour information, au mois d'août, on a eu un petit 14 degrés, il a fallu reprendre les combinaisons de 5 mm, etc. Donc, c'est ça à Marseille, c'est la rue d'école. C'est la
Alors
rue d'école, mais ça paye bien.
Et
Ça
aujourd'hui
paye
tu
bien.
plongeais avec une combinaison
De 1,5,
1,5
Oui.
et un lestage de...
700 grammes.
Waouh, ok.
700 grammes, ouais.
Thermocline.
Thermocline,
Bien géré.
Oui,
Ouais,
non,
bien
il
géré.
n'y a aucun souci.
So you know that the scientist Frédéric Lemaître is currently making a survey which is called Hypoxia Project, and he's interviewing and testing many athletes, all the ones who come to him and his staff with Eric and Marion, and they are very interesting in all the data that the athlete can provide after freediving. They are working on neurosciences and the impact of freediving on our brain, mostly. Sorry. So the results of this survey might be published in a few months, and they are trying to interview as many athletes as possible during this World First Championship. Morgan, did you visit them?
No, not at this time. No.
Okay, I think they'll be very happy.
We still don't know why there is a break. Probably we'll get some information.
Probably for the evacuation.
Maybe, yeah, that's maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to see my teammate Abdel.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Morgan.
Et bravo.
Thank you very much.
Morgan.
Thank you.
Thanks and congratulations.
Thank you.
Venez faire de la brasse. Hein? Come on, do some no
Prochain
fins.
stage pour la brasse dans le Var chez Sylvain Bess à Omniblue Freedive et un autre à Aqua 92 à Paris au mois de décembre.
Et c'est sur son site.
Et c'est sur mon site.
Champion du monde quand même, hein? Allez.
Champion du monde, Morgan,
Pour
bravo.
l'instant, on va voir. On attend.
Ouais.
On va voir après. Je veux bien sortir.
Ouais, alors attends.
C'est dur, faut forcer un peu.
Non, il faut avoir de la force,
On va
Morgan.
avoir de la force.
Il faut avoir des biscottos un peu, tu vois ce que je veux dire?
Je vais passer à la salle comme
Oh, vers le bas, vers le bas. Voilà.
Ah
Allez, merci d'être
prochaine
passé.
fois
Hein.
que j'ai besoin de-
Merci beaucoup.
tu m'appelles.
Et bravo. Super. Et ben voilà, un honneur d'avoir notre
Ah là là.
recordman de France, French national record holder.
Okay, everybody, for the one who are joining right now, we are still in the Bay of Villefranche for this second day of this AIDA Freediving World Championship. And we are still here with Audrey, Stéphane, Mariel and me for the CNF men today in Villefranche. And we've already had a few divers going. And for now, Morgan, theoretically, Morgan Bourc'his is having the first place gold medal world champion title and a national record as well with the dive at 91 meters. And for now we are having a little technical break
So,
and
so the
yeah.
athletes are freezing in the meantime.
yep, so they are out of the water right now, trying to warm up under the sun, waiting for the competition to start again.
Okay, we could talk maybe a little bit the no fin discipline, some maybe information for the people who absolutely don't know anything about that. It consists of descending and rising up from your depth with no assistance at all. Just one pull or two down up to 2 meters on the rope. It means you just have your arms and your legs, your feet and your hands to create a movement down and up, and you have to free fall for some athletes 60-meter free fall. It looks very easy, but it's not very easy to free fall because it's very cold. You have to be streamlined, and it's a very long descent to the bottom plate where you've got many thoughts. So you need to visualize, to have strong anchors, to positive this descent, and the free fall is something to learn. And going up is very hard for the first, let's say, 60% of the ascent to correct your negative buoyancy, and the last 10-20 meters is just awful, lactic concerning for the muscles, and the urge of breathing, of course. So that's a very hard discipline, and it's today achieved summits with 91 meter in the Villefranche Bay with quite tough conditions.
Yeah.
And 6 announcers over 80 meters. I think it's been very rare to got this announce in any championship.
We have a few questions on
cool.
on the YouTube channel live. I wonder, like Marco is asking, I wonder why they always schedule CNF on the first day of competition. Can someone tell me? Well, why not? William is blackout. Yes, William is disqualified for blackout. He did a blackout just before surface.
They might schedule Constantinople at the first day because the depths reached are maybe a little lower.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
Than the depths we can reach in constant weight. So it helps the physical body and the mind to get used to the depths. Maybe.
Sure. That exactly.
Oh, that's the reason, maybe. Yeah.
I think that's probably the reason as well.
It might be the reason why. So first CNF, then free immersion, and then the deepest ones with the fins.
Sure. What means national record, Lucas? It means national record.
National record. I mean, it's the best performance ever for someone in country.
Sorry, he said what means NR. It's national record.
Sorry. NR, national record, WR, world record.
Now it's a break time, yes. There's a technical break right now. Please push the water resolution image quality a bit higher. The image on the deck book is great, but the water footage, that lacks a bit. Wait, you better check on your internet connection, Mathieu. And get optic fiber. You'll be better.
Oh, Arthur, come on.
The Russian starts. Then Russian start? I don't understand the question, Evgeny, I'm sorry. Thanks, Matthew, for the answer. Alright. Question so exciting. Alright, no more questions. I can see Miguel, actually, if you guys want some information about Miguel. I just saw him on the boat a little earlier. And he's on the medical boat right now, so he looks fine. He's smiling, talking to the medical staff, and he's going right now off the competition area and back on the land. I think he's going to go.
Yeah, for the investigation, for the lungs, definitely.
Yep.
You can't let an athlete going away like that, even if he's smiling and breathing normally. You've got to get more data on his health. That's why probably he'll go to a center to get more images and conclusions.
Maybe a few words about the safety staff. They are.
Why me?
Because you were safety.
I was just watching you. But,
yeah, safety's here. They have been formed for weeks by Pierre Frola in Monaco.
Months. Yeah,
yep.
2 months.
For 2 months.
5 to 6 intensive trainings, and there are 24
There are 24, okay.
Among them a third of
Thank you,
women.
Audrey. So maybe you can have a little word about the safeties then?
Among them a
Be my
third of
guest.
women. And they have been training all together for quite a long time now. And and they are, I lost my concentration, Stéphane. And they had some rehearsal with their counterweights, and they have a lot of physical training too. And Pierre Frola has been really dealing with all the staff and all the safety procedures and all the training required, like a master he is. And safety should be really
Pierre,
good.
Pierre
to the
is
time.
really dealing very well with this quite a huge task, and is permanently, leveling the level of the safety divers by giving them information all day long to just better their level, better the interventions. And right now, is just talking to them. Maybe because we had 3 blackouts, and maybe there is a way to improve slightly the safety. So he's always, into the water talking.
Steph,
To them. Yep.
il y a Guillaume Vigneault qui te demande
Guillaume.
est-ce que tu as perdu ton bob?
Non, Guillaume, j'ai pas perdu le bob, mais je voulais être en accord.
Ok, parce qu'on s'inquiétait
Voilà, de
quand
tenue.
même.
Non, le bob est là.
Guillaume, t'inquiète pas, c'est ok. And then we have a few questions. What's the water temperature on the surface and after thermocline? I will let you answer for that.
Yes, because I know that.
You're the guy of the numbers here.
Yeah, definitely. 26 degrees on the surface. Then you'll get around 18 meters, that was yesterday. Around dropping down to 22, 21. And then around 35 meters, I think it's around 16. And then very smoothly down to 70 meters, you'll get probably 13, 14 degrees, which is the lowest temperature you can get in the Mediterranean Sea. You never get less than 13 degrees in that sea. It's a bit of a mystery, but even in winter time, 13 degrees.
Yeah. Cedric Herschel was asking why a technical break right now. Actually, we were waiting for the medical staff to evacuate Miguel Lozano to hospital. So we were waiting for the boat.
Is safety.
Yep. How is the temperature under 80? Is asking someone. Plus
26 minutes. On a 26 minutes de décalage sur les temps officiels du programme.
26 minutes of delay. A few other
that-
questions.
You didn't answer. Below 80 meters?
Below 80 meters,
It's
what's the
steady,
temperature?
13.
Yeah.
You get 13 down to the bottom, 150
It was
meters.
Have the Ukrainians participated before, or is it the first time for the Ukrainians to participate to World Championship?
Sorry?
Has the Ukrainians participated before in AIDA World Championship?
I think so.
I think probably, yes.
I think so.
I think definitely in CMAS for sure,
Yeah.
and probably in AIDA as well. Gros boulot pour la sécu aujourd'hui. Merci Cédric.
Yeah, I think so. Alexander Rubenchikov, or they might have getting bored.
Andy Tutrin, thanks for your work. Thank you, Andy. True Marco, usually the only competition.
bien sûr.
Adaptation through
Oui, non,
vertical
mais
blue.
et donc oui, les Ukrainiens sont déjà
Hey,
venus sur
Judge.
ce type de championnat. Et donc si on a 26 minutes de retard
Thank you
sur
for
l'heure
reporting and
officielle,
producing. Hi Adam.
à quelle
Thanks
heure
for the
il devait
answer.
passer Abdelatif, il devait plonger à 8h54. Donc avec 26 minutes de retard,
Great coverage, guys. You should find a better commentary
effectivement,
spot
il va pas
though.
tarder.
Yes,
Il est
Richard.
9h17.
This is the best we found. But thank you. Magda, beautiful. Let's
So
see the
you can
questions.
send online comments on the chat.
You should find a ouf, merci.
Voilà, on est
Beauty free
avec
diver.
Abdel. 3 minutes. Un petit mot sur Abdel, moi de mon point de vue, qui est une anecdote assez étonnante. Je vais le faire en français rapidement. On le fera en anglais ensuite. Abdel, l'an dernier, a fait la brasse avec un équipement de chasseur avec la ceinture qui dépassait, le masque, le tuba, 55 mètres, sans aucun problème, sans technique. On était très impressionnés. So last year I met Abdel, and he was just competing, no fins. He achieved 55 meters. If you saw his equipment, you would thought maybe, oh, he's going just under the boat, or grabbing some rocks at 10 meters. He was with a huge suit, mask, snorkel, nothing to be prepared perfectly for, and he achieved it. Allez Abdel.
Et il l'appelle d'ailleurs ses camarades la révélation. Et c'est un plongeur qui s'entraîne avec Patrick Poggi en Corse, mais également avec Pascal Huron à Martigues, et qui bouge pas mal aussi et qui s'investit énormément dans sa préparation comme un plongeur professionnel. Vraiment, il y dédie beaucoup de temps.
Il fait des cours. Ouais.
Ça paye.
He's teaching many equalization sessions.
Morzar is asking, are personal coaches allowed close to the divers at the beginning and at the end? Yes,
Allez.
Morzar, they're allowed, but they cannot touch him just before and just after the dive. They have to get away, but like just a few seconds. Who are the judges? Well, I don't know all of them. But
Allez,
who are the judges? They are the judges. Thank you, Thierry. Arthur, is it a beautiful day to dive today? For sure, Mirella. Hey, Mirella.
Abdel part, canard. C'est parti Abdel.
Okay. Competitor started.
Abdel improved his technique in the recent month a lot. He's capable of very long hypoxia dives in any discipline. And now look at the technique. I think it's going to be much easier to go down than it used to be and to ascend. Abdel, belle technique. Beau progrès. Abdel est un guerrier dans l'âme.
Abdelatif Alouach from France, who has made an amazingly huge progression the last 2 years.
He's correcting his free fall, slight current, pushing him away from the line.
He is a foremost pair fisher.
Does manage, yeah. Does manage, quite slow, but no problem for Abdel.
He has
for a
a
long dive.
huge capacity of breath holding. His hypoxia skills are amazing.
Abdel qui vient de se mettre tardivement à la brasse, hein. 83 mètres après un an de pratique.
Alors qu'il arrivait sans technique a priori, parce que c'est pas un ancien
Énorme
nageur,
potentiel Abdel, énorme potentiel.
He's reaching 75 now, almost at the
Okay,
bottom,
Abdel.
Abdel.
Equalization's perfect.
And it's a touchdown
Ouais,
for Abdel.
good
He
touchdown.
grabs the tag.
Beau demi-tour, utilise les 2
And
mètres.
he's on the way
Voilà,
up
Abdel,
right
parfait.
now.
Excellent start from the down bottom plate. Yeah, that's a better technique than it was. Belle technique, Abdel. The long way up,
Very long way up.
it's a minute and a half just swimming up, non-stop. If you stop swimming, you go down. So you have to swim fast enough not to stay at the same level. So that's like a counter-current swim.
So he announced 3 minutes 38 seconds for dive time with a touchdown at 1:48. So we should see he might be quite okay now.
Yeah, it's quite a nage assez économique d'Abdel.
Il est assez
C'est pas
relax,
trop
hein.
fort,
Ouais.
c'est smooth,
Ouais.
c'est continu, ça va pas chercher très loin. It's not a huge reach, but it looks like not too high on energy.
With his own pace.
Reaching the angels. Allez Abdel, 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
So he should be surfacing in 38.
Yes. Still swimming perfectly well. He's in good shape, good state, yeah. Come on Abdel. Just 3 more movements and this is it.
Oh, he's almost there.
Yeah, it burns.
He will be
Allez, ça brûle
surfacing
Abdel.
before the 3:38.
Ça brûle
looks
mais ça
like,
passe.
no?
Voilà.
20.
T'as connu pire en
Okay,
lactique.
Almost there.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Come on, Abdel. Allez,
Allez.
une petite brasse et c'est la sortie. T'es un
On
guerrier.
enlève son clip.
T'es un guerrier,
On est à
ça sort
31.
tranquille.
Yes.
Accroche-toi, Abdel.
Allez.
Ça ventile.
3,33.
Décision des juges. Judge's
It
decision.
looks fine to me.
Yeah. Okay, clapped into the water, I don't know why. As a victory or as I don't know. It's got a red. Okay, I don't know
Red
why.
card. I don't know why.
Okay.
The wave, but normally
yeah,
the
but
judges
it's
are making the
wavy,
difference
so-
between the wave coming to the mouth and the mouth coming to the water. Normally there's a difference between the two.
I don't know exactly what happened. It's
No, why is that?
Because a wave that is coming to the mouth is different than a mouth coming to the water. And the judge normally is making the difference between the two.
It's very hard to say.
So maybe he wasn't that.
Because it was fresh enough, you could see. It was just.
The only thing that I saw is that maybe he
You
made
saw
the
him shaking?
OK sign to someone who is not
Okay.
a judge, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his hand went down in the water right
Okay, so I
after
can't- I
that.
can't tell,
but
okay.
Maybe he wasn't that fresh when surfacing.
You're never that fresh after a ATCNF normally.
Yeah,
but
but
you know, I think it's probably he made probably the sign to the wrong person. But
Did
I mean
you see
that
something, Marie? No, can't see. No. We'll see. We'll know that later on anyway.
il a laissé tomber. Ouais. Yeah. Yeah.
Mateusz Malina is preparing now for his dive, 80 meters CNF.
Mateusz, I think you know him well.
I know Mateusz, yeah, I know Mateusz. He's a very good pool diver as well. He owns several world records, and especially the dynamic world records in pool. He's at 16 meters, sorry.
6 bassins olympiques,
And
plus un virage.
yeah, he's the one who did 300 meters with Yorgos Panagiotakis and me as well.
300, yeah.
300, yeah. And now he just overpassed the 300 and added 16 meters more recently. So he has a huge capacity of hypoxia.
He's over 9 minutes static as well. No?
He's over 9
Yeah.
minutes static, and he's
And this is it.
very, very serious
Mateusz.
trainer from Poland.
Okay. Dziękuję. This is a Polish word. Perfect vision from the
And
dive
he's
eye.
on the way down,
Fantastic
yeah.
vision of the dive eye.
Yep.
Looking at the pure CNF technical guy sinking into the water. Has got a good pace. Sinking down very fast. Not that fast, but looks like quite fast. It's good technique. Huh? You can see the ends finishing, completing the movement next to the thighs, not on the side, but just on the side to get your final push. And he's on a slight kick leg as well to maintain this 0.8, 0.9 free fall speed.
Free falling now from Matt Malina.
Is it a PB for him? I'm not sure. Has he already
am
reached
not
80 meters?
sure.
Maybe, Marie, you know? Has he reached already 80 in the Northern discipline? I'm not sure.
I can check it out actually.
Okay, free falling. You can see the head slightly down. Why? Because it helps the
Matt Malina,
the ear
89 personal best.
to be
So
equalized.
it's not a PB. His PB is 89.
It's easier to equalize the ear while bending your head down, like the chin on the chest.
And his thumbs are locked in those straps
And this is it.
on the tights, so you can relax more.
He announced 150 for the bottom.
It's
So
145.
The depth
Bit
you
earlier.
see is the depth probably of the dive machine. That's why you saw 76 meters. It was 4 meters higher than Mateusz was.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's an
This is
80 meter.
This is the depth of the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his personal best is 89, so it's not a personal best.
Well, okay.
It over 89,
89,
in
okay.
2017.
So that's quite a conservative announce.
Yeah.
despite these conditions now looks slightly better than it used to be
Yeah, but the energy,
30 minutes ago.
The energy of the platform
Yeah.
is different because there has been so many blackouts, and it's always difficult for the mine
Yeah,
to dive after that.
yeah.
Some people are sad.
Wow, the technique is smooth. Okay, now starting burning slightly, of course. You can see the head position.
Yeah.
It means I'm struggling. Yeah, you are
C'est un
struggling.
beau mouvement. Ouais, ouais, c'est
You see?
super
But it's still,
précis.
yeah. Okay, it's giving a little more pace, more rhythm. Okay, waiting for the safety divers with the machine. You've got the small elastic on the thighs. It's for the free fall. Putting your thumbs in, get more
To
aerodynamic.
Fix your thumbs
Okay, you see the
on
rhythm?
the tight.
Increasing the rhythm.
Yep.
Okay. I should.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay,
No,
okay,
no,
okay,
no.
okay, okay. It's hard.
Looks more and more
Okay.
tired,
Contractions.
20
but I feel confident
meters,
because
17.
Contractions. Come on, Mateusz. It's 13 meters to go, 10 meters. Okay, 1-2 more
It's gonna be
strokes.
tough.
Look,
It's gonna
look.
be tough.
Wait until the end. Wait until the end.
Okay. Come on, Mateusz, come on. This is the end.
No, he's gonna pull the rope
Okay.
maybe.
No, maybe not.
I'm not sure.
Wait, and now high on the line. Okay. Breathing.
Wow, that's a
Breathing.
huge effort.
Breathing.
Yeah, look what I've told you.
Wow, a wire is here.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
It
about
was
the
like
sign?
Very demanding discipline. You see how exhausted he is? Okay.
Did he make the sign?
Yeah, he made it, made it.
okay.
But did he do it to the right person?
Let's see how
I think-
the judges will react.
I think
But it looks so much of a struggle on the way up in the final
Yeah,
phase.
yeah.
I think it will.
Congrats.
He holds
It's his
himself
best
right on
for
it.
it's his
Congrats.
best for today for him. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Congrats. If you
He couldn't have done more, for sure.
okay, the judge.
Okay, what will be the judge's decision?
For me, it's a white card.
Okay, she'll decide.
White
Wow,
card.
well done, Mateusz.
Okay.
Mateusz, that was a struggle. That was a fight. Superb performance from Mateusz. Superb.
So, yeah, he will be taking the second
For now, yeah.
place of this World Championship, Mary, absolutely. Well, that was tough, but he managed it super well until the very end. Arthur.
Yeah. Because he has this huge hypoxia capacity, and like all pool divers, you know. And so even if he was looking very tired because of lactic and because of the effort, you know, like his muscles were very tired, he still has this huge hypoxia capacity. So I was still confident until the end. So even if he slows down because of muscular problems, I think he still has the hypoxia capacity to stay okay until the end.
Yeah,
So that's why I was, you know,
he
because-
fought like hell on the last 20 seconds. You think maybe, oh, he won't do it. He did it.
But it's only
Really.
it's only muscular. It's
Okay,
only muscular.
okay.
It's not
Okay.
O2 actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now,
And of course, the free immersion and the no fin are the more demanding disciplines for hypoxia. So the better you are in hypoxia, the better it is, because the dives are very long in free immersion as well as in constant no fin. Constant weight, you can always go down and go back to the surface in a shorter amount of time, so it's different. And now the one who is getting ready now is
Thomas Bouchard.
Thomas, notre ami du SIPA.
And Thomas Bouchard is very good, very gifted in static, and he's very strong mentally.
Yeah.
He's quite a humble and discreet athlete, but he's working hard, and he really loves what he's doing.
Allez Thomas, tu sais faire, 76, à ta portée, you can do it. We trained several times in SIPA together. Give me any advices. He's a tall guy, like Arthur,
Very tall,
nearing 2 meters.
very thin,
And he's got a great kick leg and a great hypoxia.
and he's also
Level.
a professional instructor. But he defines himself as an amateur competitor, though he is among the very
Allez.
best in the world.
He didn't pack. Thomas didn't pack.
Thomas is not biking so much.
No. Okay, Thomas, you know the area, you train there, you know the thermocline,
So
you know the trick.
this season he did a lot of pool training and a couple of competitions in static as well as in dynamic no-fin. Until April, then he switched to sea training in France from May, and he attended the Nice Abyss contest and the CMAS French Championship, followed by 4 weeks in Roatan and 4 weeks back here to reacclimate his body to the local conditions, thermoclines being the main difficult for him. And to achieve good equalization, he needs to focus on relaxation, he told us.
Come on,
Therefore,
Thomas.
he'd rather dive slower.
Yeah, Thomas was very happy of what he did in Roatan for the CMAS championships recently. He did an 80 meters dive, and it was a big achievement for him.
Yeah,
He said it was his best memory ever of his freediving career.
Yeah.
I can imagine so.
He actually decided to cut his hair just after, so I think it's a big signification.
Good position of Thomas.
Yeah.
A very elegant
So now
style.
he's free falling, 51 meters.
So
We are
76 is quite a big performance for him today here in Villefranche, with the cold water that we have here, as he did this 80 meters in Roatan in warm water. I think it's pretty huge for him.
Okay, Thomas. Preparing your turn. Allez, un beau demi-tour. He knows
Okay,
about
reach the
turns.
bottom. So that's good. No equalization
Smooth.
problem.
He's like
Pulling
few
way up
seconds
now.
late on his
Okay, it's a good turn.
time,
It's a
but
good turn. I think he improved on his arm stroke. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see the arm stroke now, not bad at all. And the kick leg still perfect, so it's a good swim up. Really good. Allez Thomas, c'est bon. Un beau demi-tour.
He said he likes the combination of constant no-fin and free immersion when he trains. Constant no-fin being demanding and require fine control, and free immersion being just smooth, easy and pleasing to him. He's a very peaceful man.
He
He's
is,
a very
definitely.
quiet person. Very mental.
He's wise, really wise man. He's a wise
very
man.
clever
Yeah.
too.
He has to be wide in this area now. At the 30 meter
Thomas has as well a
gap to the
huge
surface.
a huge capacity
Elle
of
est
breath
belle, la
hold.
technique.
He's
Oui.
doing huge static.
Yeah, you can do Thomas. Yeah, allez Thomas. Tranquille.
He's around 8 or more than
Ça brûle
8.
un peu, on monte.
Static,
Yeah.
I guess.
More than 8.
Yeah, more than 8,
Thomas, you're in
definitely.
the... Allez.
Allez Thomas,
Three
17
more
mètres.
strokes and this is it.
He looks fine.
Yeah, it looks fine.
He looks
It
fine.
burns, but it looks fine.
He looks fine.
10 mètres.
His head remains
You can do it.
quite
Come
still.
on, Thomas. Come on. Yeah.
Allez Thomas.
He looks fine to me.
Yeah. Okay, removing
That's
nose clip.
Slowing
That's
down
a good
very
procedure.
smoothly.
Well known.
Oh yeah, surfacing.
Perfect, Thomas. This is perfect. Yeah.
This is the most beautiful immersion, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's good. That's
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
wow.
One of the
Yeah,
most
yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
dives we've seen since
Congrats.
this morning.
Yeah, it's totally-
Smiling.
Yeah.
Ah, the smile is so
Yeah.
awesome.
Thomas, chapeau.
Thomas, on
This
t'aime.
Bah,
was an
une
amazing
deuxième
dive.
fois.
Ah, bravo.
Excellent. Excellent.
Quel athlète.
Yeah. I think it's
This
going
is
to
the
be very
best.
happy. I think it's his personal best here in Villefranche.
I think so.
Yeah.
We do have the best recovery. That's the best recovery.
He takes the third place.
Yeah.
He takes the third place.
moment,
So
yeah.
two French.
C'était le meilleur protocole. The
Ouais.
best recovery on the surface. Really.
The best
Super.
exit we've seen so far.
Superbe.
I agree.
plongée
And Marie
pour Thomas.
agrees.
Marie
She's on
nous
the
dit
first,
oui, c'est beau,
step.
c'est très très beau. Ouais, c'est magnifique.
Thomas is training here in
Magnifique
Villefranche
plongée.
all year long as he lives here in Nice. And I think it's a personal best for him here in
Yeah.
his playground.
Et un petit aparté en français.
Oui.
Nos amis du SIPA nous regardent. Manu, avec tes élèves, tu nous regardes. Donc un grand coucou. Venez faire de l'apnée. Voilà le plus bel exemple, c'est Thomas qui vient de donner. C'était magnifique sa plongée.
Oui.
Fantastic dive of Thomas. Petit clin d'œil à toute la région, au
Thomas
basé,
et,
à
ouais, et Morgane.
tous ceux
là.
qui nous regardent, avec évidemment
Deux
les amis,
grandes
avec
plongées.
Renaud.
Et Rémi
Qui
Dubert
nous
vient de
regarde aussi.
partir.
Ah,
Rémi is just
français, bravo.
Ok,
going.
Rémi, alors
Rémi who announced 76 meters.
Yeah. We now on Remy, definitely.
We will have to
Great
watch attentively at Remy
Technique
today,
of Remy.
as he was
Remy,
training the last days with a few difficulties actually. So we will have to pay
he's
attention.
a busy man,
him.
but he's got the best ratio about surface of the hands,
Yep.
surface of the feet, and body volume, I would say.
Yeah. Remy has
So,
been
when Remy pushes the water, man goes forward.
Remy
So-
has been shaped by nature for
Yeah.
CNF
Yeah.
freediving.
We do have a little avatar area.
It's really
now.
genetically it's just perfect
Yeah,
for
yeah,
CNF diving.
He's the one.
Long
so,
arms,
yeah, and
No.
huge hands as well.
yeah, huge
So not
hands.
as a free fall, so there is no more surface.
Remy
issue.
is owning a
But,
freediving school in Indonesia and another one here in La Londe in south of France. So he is a very, very, very nice freediving teacher,
Very wise, very calm,
very wise guy.
and look at the diaphragm area. You can see the flexibility. Very, very thin area around the diaphragm, and now it's
How he's
preparing
touching
the
the rope.
U-turn. Yeah,
I hope it's not.
That's the
going
final
to
glide.
Turn.
final glide.
Okay,
Oh,
no, it's okay.
that's a
Touchdown
good
for
landing.
Remy.
The good landing
That's
on
good.
on the bottom plate.
135.
Okay, now we will have to pay
Okay,
very
bonus
much
time.
attention.
He could have pulled one more.
Yep.
He missed a pull.
He missed the pull.
That's energy, huh? Waste, of
135 is
course.
exactly the time he announced for the bottom time.
145.
135.
Oh, he was a bit late. Maybe?
Late?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
So Morgan told us that he calls him le grand instructeur, the big instructor, because he is
Allez, Rémi.
always teaching, and he's teaching to a lot of people in France in his school. And sometimes it's quite hard to train for yourself when you are teaching. That's obviously the point for many freedivers
Allez,
and
Rémi.
instructors.
You can see the head movements. Okay, start to struggle.
Okay, we will have to pay attention right now to Remy
Okay, start to
as he's
burn.
reaching the red zone.
Still
as we
okay for
call.
the movements. Right.
The red zone between 30 and the
Okay.
surface on the way up
Use your glide, your hands. Yeah, that's a good
Where-
push on your hands.
is the critical zone, as we say.
Un petit peu d'air qui sort. Okay.
He looks
Like bubbles, like
He
bubbles.
looks
fine to me.
Okay, the struggle.
Let's see. The head is shaking a little bit.
Still on the way. The good,
The
good movements.
strength
Okay.
looks okay. The
Allez,
strength.
13 mètres.
Okay.
Okay, starting to be a bit tired now.
Okay, some bubbles exiting. Okay, contractions definitely.
We don't
Huge
have
to
the
breathe.
depth.
Come on, let it go. Just one more.
Oh,
Rémi.
Okay,
Remy,
no,
Remy,
no.
Remy. Pulling now. Okay, pulling at least. Pulling. Okay.
This is a blackout
Okay,
for
he's in
Remy.
charge. Okay. Blackout.
Blackout for Remy Dubert.
It was a deep announce for Remy, but he could manage it. But you see, it was on the edge.
Blackout just after reaching the surface for Remy. So he's going to be taken in charge by the medical staff right now.
He knew it, so that's why he pulled twice before the end.
Huge job for the safeties today, as we
Yeah.
had a lot of blackouts
Yeah.
as yesterday. So congratulations to all the safety team, as they are doing an amazing job here today.
yeah.
And okay, I can see Remy. He's on the medical facility right now.
Okay, yeah.
Breathing
yeah,
oxygen.
Okay. He gave us a okay signal.
Yeah. He gave us
He recovered.
an okay
properly.
signal, so he's fine.
Breathing back.
Audrey, tout va bien pour Rémi, il est ok, il nous a fait un petit signe de la main. Si tu nous regardes, si tu nous écoutes, tout va bien pour Rémi, c'est bon, il a repris conscience, il est avec les médecins, tout va bien.
Alors c'est sûr
Il
pour
sort de
le
lui-même.
le
Ouais,
public,
ouais.
c'est- on
Donc
se
ça
dit,
va.
ouais, il y a beaucoup de performances non validées hein, dues à ces blackouts.
So for
C'est
everybody
les championnats du monde, c'est les annonces, c'est
listening
les
to
conditions.
us,
C'est vraiment pas facile de trouver une annonce en
Remy is
concordance avec son
fine.
niveau.
Remy is fine, he's talking to his coach on the side of the performance area, and he totally recovered now, he's
Yeah.
conscious sitting here. Okay, cool.
Okay.
We don't have any news from Miguel. Eva is in the hospital in Nice probably right now, so we don't have any news. Hopefully we can give you some news after the end of the competition today. And we have Mateusz Malina who is going to join us right now for a few for a few words.
Giving a little room for Mateusz. Dziękuję.
Hi, Mateusz.
Hello.
Hey man.
Dziękuję. Ça va?
Hi.
Congrats.
Welcome.
If you have a little seat.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very narrow area, but we can sort it out.
Come here, big guy.
Yes.
Hello.
So, tell us a few words about your dive, as we saw that it was,
Effort.
yeah, like a huge
Describe
effort for
that.
you.
Uh,
What could you say?
yeah,
What do you want to say?
it was.
Stick is going down as well.
Yeah, I see stick. It was very challenging for me because I at 9 o'clock it was supposed to be my initial official top, and I asked the judge before. He said it's 2-minute delay, so I will be like 9:02. So I entered the water like 5 minutes before my official top, so like 3 minutes before 9, I think. And then my official top was delayed, and at some point they started countdown 2 minutes, and then they said no, it's cancelled.
Yeah.
And I was already cold because water got cold here, compared to trainings. Today it was 24, 25.
Yeah.
And so I enter out of the water. I go on the shore, and I was like shivering like hell. And thanks to Jacek, because he organized some blankets,
Yeah.
and he tried to warm me up. It was better, but I still didn't know when it's gonna be my official top. And yeah, I got,
26-minute delays we have.
yeah, but actually I wanted longer, like 1 hour, so I could be like completely warm.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of emotions, a lot of stress. So I thought like, okay, but I knew that in terms of oxygen, I have a reserve in that dive. So I was happy that I announced less, and it turned out to be just perfect announcement because I wouldn't do more today.
I saw.
Circumstances.
So
Stick, you know Stick, yeah?
Yeah.
You know him?
Yes, I know Stick.
He's under national record attempt now. He's supposed to touch the bottom at 140.
It's good technical, huh? Yeah, guy.
Yeah. His knees were a bit wide on the free fall before, but overall, yeah. But he's kind of slow. 140 at 70 meters. It's
Touchdown.
okay. Touchdown.
Down.
Stick.
So,
Okay, he can pull 2 meters,
Yeah.
and you know he didn't use like many.
Didn't use in the pool.
Just 1 or 2 only use this 2 meter facility
Yes.
to pull, and they start to swim from the bottom. So that's 1 stroke
Yeah.
wasted. Huh?
I saw your dive. I think we can say that lactic and muscularly it's been very difficult for you at the end, but hypoxia was okay, I think, but it was just muscular that was very tough for you at the end of the dive, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I had 3 days off now.
Yeah.
And it's not ideal. It's better to have 2 days off before the big dive, and muscle starts forgetting.
Yeah.
But I think mostly it's because of the I was completely cold, shivering before, and
Okay.
it's not the best conditions to perform maximum.
A lot of lactic,
Yeah.
a lot of lactic, burning,
Alors que
burning the muscles. Yeah.
Okay,
Stick,
Stick,
ça arrive à
Stick
30
struggling now,
mètres,
difficult phase, of course, struggling with air, with urge of breath.
régulier.
His technique still okay.
Yeah.
Reaching the 20s is
We
in the
feel the
critical
struggle,
zone
right?
right now.
With the head position.
Yeah, you can see
It's
like
hard.
on his arm stroke, he's a bit tired because
Yeah.
he's not fully extending
Exactly.
hands.
Yeah.
You see, they're constantly bended.
It's a bit wide and it's little
Normal
bubbles
strength.
coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
losing.
Yeah, you see
Finish
why he's
frame.
losing. Okay, intervention.
blackout.
Yeah. That's 10
Oh my
meter,
God,
10 meter
this
problem.
morning-
Yeah. DNF, CNF is awful for that.
This is
Difficult
very
to achieve.
difficult.
It's yeah, it's very difficult discipline.
You see the ratio today is
and
hard.
especially on World Championships, it's like in CNF you always have to go like 3, 4, 5 meters less than your
Yeah.
let's say PB or what you did on the trainings. Like my PB in no things is 89
Yeah, we saw
meters,
that.
and I would be nowhere close to reaching that today.
Okay, Trubridge will be disqualified for blackout after the surface, around 10 meters I think, and now he's been taken in charge by the medical staff. He is being pulled out of the water and is going to be recovering on O2 right now.
A lot of work for the medical staff today.
And
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Oui, dis-moi.
Je vous demande un truc.
Yeah, ask Matt. Yeah, sure.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Question.
And Mateusz,
Yes.
did you feel the energy with the blackouts that happened before you? Did you feel it? Can you feel it when you are getting ready? Can you feel it when you are starting your dive? Is it something that comes and poison you a little bit, or
No,
can
not
you
really.
close enough?
It doesn't affect me, like
Okay.
because I don't look.
Yeah?
I just hear that something is like the competitor before me got blackout or not, but I don't look, so I don't get the image, you know, in front of my eyes. So it's okay. And I've been competing for almost 10 years now, so I kind of get used to these situations,
Okay.
and it doesn't affect me. Like
Okay.
it would affect me if I would like sit and look. And
Yeah?
it
Yeah, but
happen
you
in
avoid
front of
that.
me. Yeah, but I learned that it's not a good idea to watch.
Yeah. Okay. So you try and protect
Yeah,
yourself.
I
from
try
it.
to lay down, close my eyes, and I try to zone out.
It's okay.
Yeah, we can see
Stig is
it's
okay.
okay.
Ouais, ça y est, ça y est.
Okay, Stig is okay. He came back from his blackout and is breathing O2 right now.
Il est sous masque.
O2 recovering. Yeah. So it's fine for Stig. Yeah.
Wow. So it's very.
So what do you think about Nice and our French Riviera?
I mean, you have awesome spot like 200 meters from shore. You have basically unlimited depth for
Yeah.
sport freediving. It's beautiful, surrounded by mountains. I love my view from my apartment.
Yeah. Where do you stay? Right here in
No,
Villefranche?
no, I stay in Nice.
You stay in Nice,
close
okay.
to mountains.
Okay.
Yesterday I have a nice walk around, and yeah, I love it.
Okay, good. Thank you so much.
It's good too, huh? The podium on the no fin, huh?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
With the three major guys, you know, Alexey, William, Morgan,
Yeah.
and you're there. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's my third World Championships, and in all of them I got some medals, like silver, bronze. So I'm happy I will get some medal here because for now I think I'm second, but there will be some protests around other guys. So
Let's check it out. Yeah.
Yes, it's preliminary. So
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Have you ever done any sandbar or blackout in deep diving? Mateusz?
I think I had surface blackout 1 or 2 times,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay.
And never underwater,
Okay.
and not in the last 6 years. I think last
Okay.
one was in 2013.
More and more experience, less and less blackout.
Yeah,
That's good.
Well done, huh?
yeah,
Well done, Matt.
yeah. I think today it was also my experience that I announced less than my physical possibilities.
Yep.
Yeah. Mostly, so that was the deciding factor that I went for the 80 today.
You have a personal best at 89.
Yeah,
That's it? Yeah.
but that was in Egypt in a warm sea.
Warm water.
Yeah, warm water is much easier to dive than cold water.
Sure.
I'm still shivering now, and
Yeah,
I can
see.
feel it.
half
Yeah,
an hour.
the effort
Yeah.
you produced. Yeah.
Yeah, because down there the thermocline is 13 degrees.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah. Terrible. Super.
Do we have a few questions?
Next will be
Why is not in the
75
Olympics?
meter deep depth. It's just huge.
I wish
still.
it was. Patamos. Patamos is, I think, someone giving interesting commentaries since the beginning.
Sorry, guys.
It's always like, hey, well, look, everyone's gonna die. I don't know, Patamos, just relax, guy. It's gonna be fine, you know? Guys, this is awful. You wonder why it's not in the Olympics. I know freediving and I'm about to cry. Everyone looks like they're about to die. You know, Patamos? Just, I don't know, come and try yourself. I mean,
That's the hardest.
it's gonna be fine. Relax it.
It's tough to understand when you're out of this community, because for sure, watching blackouts happening is really tense and is really sometimes can be traumatic. And you have to understand that today here you're watching the elite freedivers of the world, and this is not the way freediving is practiced every day around the world. They are putting themselves at risk, but they accepting the risk of it. And some of them are better to protect themselves than others, like Morgan Bourc'his, for instance, almost never black out, but also Arthur Guérin-Boéry, you almost never black out in your whole career.
Yep.
So there are great athletes like that. Mateusz, did you black out a lot or not at all?
No, I'm not. I don't.
You're not
I
a
never.
blackouter.
I never had a blackout.
Yeah,
I mean, not
so-
never. I mean, didn't have a blackout for the last 6 years, and in depth diving, I never had a like underwater blackout. I had something on the surface, like I came up, I
Yeah,
like
not that
zone out
clean.
for 2
Yeah,
seconds, and then
yeah,
I came back.
yeah.
Nothing really major. And yeah, I think it comes with practice, like knowing yourself, knowing your limits.
It
And
comes with practice and yeah.
And I saw guys
The
commenting
spirit.
about the temperature, so I know precisely how it is here. So basically you have a thermocline at around 20-22 meters, and the temperature there is around 22-23 degrees.
Yep.
And at 30 meters, and it's dropping gradually. At 30 meters it's around 20 degrees.
Yep.
And then it goes down. At 60 it's 14 and a half. And then at 100 it's 13.4.
Yep.
And
Ah, very accurate figures.
so yeah,
Okay.
because I'm using Rurka, which is a modern device from Poland. It's a dive computer that talks. So instead of beeping, it's talking, and it's also taking precise measurements of the temperature. I guess below 100 it may drop even further to even 12 degrees or 11.
So what do you think about the cold temperature increasing the risk of blackouts, and what do you think about the cold temperature increasing as well the diving reflex, and then puts you in a more protective dive? So this is we have those two kinds of thoughts, you know, in freediving. Like water, I mean, cold water can use a lot of energy, but as well, cold water can be very protective as it increases the dive reflex, you know.
I think cold water is not really, like thermoclines are not really good for deep freediving from few reasons.
Jens, can you go?
Basically, first reason is it's increased density, so you free fall slower.
Yep.
And let's say if you weigh 100 kilos,
Jens, can you go?
if on the surface here the water is like 26 degrees, so 10 degrees difference is 220 grams of buoyancy for a 100 kilo guy.
Okay.
So that's one change. You can see slower free fall due to thermocline, but on the other hand it will be a little bit easier to come up because of the bigger density. But the main reason that cold water is not nice is like we try to use as thin wetsuit as possible, and if the cold water hits you, you lose your relaxation.
Yep.
And this is the major risk of lung squeeze, because you can be not relaxed, you can start forcing equalization, and it can be a series of troubles.
Good pace for him, 40 for 48.
Yeah, this is
Good
very
rhythm.
good speed. It's
Yeah.
0.8 meters per
Yeah.
second on average.
Yeah. Sinking down now. He's got a hood to protect himself of the cold areas.
Yeah, very nice and relaxed free fall.
Yeah.
You can see he's using his feet
Yeah,
to
like little wings.
yeah. Now he's struggling with equalization now.
Okay, no. Sticky here maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming up. Bon voilà, c'est un
C'est
problème de
le
relax.
cœur.
You have to forgive me, but I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can go. You released. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
See you later.
hi to my lovely wife.
Ah, voilà.
Yeah, I'm sure she's listening and watching right now.
You need to push the door and go to 6 o'clock position down. So,
Like this.
down there.
Arthur et Thomas, la même taille, un avantage pour le CNF.
The other
Oui,
way,
alors,
the other way down.
ouais, c'est Thomas Bouchard qui
You have
disait
to turn it
Yeah, oui.
je ne suis pas sur la
counterclockwise.
descente que je suis
Yeah,
en
that's it.
CNF parce que je
Push it.
suis
Yeah,
au
that's
vent.
it. Bravo, Mateusz.
Pas
Ciao.
nécessairement.
Voilà, c'est an easy trip for Jens. Just a little thing about Jens. In 1989, this fleet, he went out of East Germania to participate to the Ironman in Hawaii in 1989. That's an incredible story to tell.
Commentators, what are your personal best records?
Wow.
Conrad is asking the question. What's
I
your
think,
records, Stefan?
Me, very, very shallow ones. This year,
Oh, breaking the surface
just
for Jens
live.
from Germany, and he is kind of okay. Yeah,
okay, I think he
it was
had
a bit shaky, but
great idea
yep.
to do a U-turn.
It was a
Because
return.
that was an early turn, 15
Early
meters,
turn,
15 meters from the bottom. And you see, I think he was clever enough to think, if it's not the sticky here, okay, I won't make it. So
Good
very
idea.
clever, very wise.
Good idea.
Because that was a very, very deep performance according to his states now. On record, very easy for me, 61 in no fins. That's why I like to comment no fins. And,
Conrad, yes.
And
What
I
are
think
your
it was 65 in no fins.
I did
after.
65 in no
Yeah,
fins,
wow,
yeah.
miles away. No, I'm 61.
So commentators, what are your personal best records? Okay, so
But
it's
in the pool.
65 CNF, the same constant weight, and for you,
Same
Stefan,
everywhere,
was
67 in
67.
free immersion. Yeah.
All right. As I am more a pool diver than a deep diver, Conrad, I will let you go online and check out what I've been doing. And Thomas, I think, is going to join us. Thomas Bouchard.
Thomas is just next to us. Petit clin d'œil à Seb dans son cockpit qui nous regarde aussi.
What
Depuis
happened to
Marseille.
Alexey Molchanov? Is asking. Blackout for Alexey. So competition less than 30 white cards so far. Yeah, we have a lot of blackouts. Aris, we had a lot of blackouts yesterday for the girls as well. And we have a lot of blackouts as well today for the guys.
But freediving is not blackout, definitely.
Freediving is not blackout, but there's a lot of blackouts in CNF discipline.
Yeah.
And you know, the conditions are not so good today. We've seen better here in the Bay of Villefranche, but it's still okay. A lot of people are telling that water temperature is probably the main factor of blackouts today, and it's possibly one of the reasons. But you know, as well, cold water can be also protective, as it is increasing diving reflex. So on one hand, yeah, the body is fighting against cold and spreading a lot of energy, but on the other hand, the cold is increasing vasoconstriction, and the heart rate is going
Jens.
down very slow.
Jens coming. Jens
So
is not the wrong guy.
yeah, I couldn't say actually. And I think we're going to welcome Thomas in a few minutes, so he's going to answer a few questions. But for sure, yeah, freediving is a lot easier in warm waters. That's for sure. And thank you for your comment. I will check. You're welcome, Conrad. What are the
Okay.
dangers of the sport? Well, the dangers of the sport. Oh. The main issue is blacking out underwater and not having the safety divers around you to give you assistance. This is the biggest danger. So the first rule is not diving alone, and always dive with a buddy who is able to rescue yourself wherever you are going. So yeah, the main danger is blacking out underwater and being on your own. Other than these, we have some compression risks, especially for the lungs, and what we call edema, what we call squeeze as well in our freedivers language. And those are the two main risks that we have in freediving. So blacking out underwater without assistance, and having lung squeezes. These
Droning,
are the
you can
two main problems we can have. And yeah, the results of blacking out on the water without assistance is drawing. So you don't want to get drawn, huh? Do we? No, we don't want to get drawn.
Not really, although it's painful, and people drawn are sometimes smiling, but of course not.
Yeah, and the problem with edema and squeezes is that yeah, the lungs are something we need to breathe and to live as we are living on Earth and breathing air. So we should not damage our lungs too much, and as we are squeezing and squeezing and squeezing again, if it happens too regularly, it's not good for the lungs, and we have to preserve our lungs, especially if it's our main tool, as we are freedivers.
We've got some feedback of many friends, especially one in an airplane. He does receive our commentary. Sébastien, ami de longue date, Thomas, again. I move away.
Vas-y Thomas.
Thomas, mec,
Thomas, il est mince.
super content pour toi.
Hello kids.
Voilà.
Thomas Bouchard is joining us right now live on the dive eye after his tremendous dive at 76 meters. So I was wondering, and this will be my first question, Thomas, is it a personal best for you here in your playground in Villefranche?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't even think of it.
You gave it a long thought before.
I didn't think of it. It is.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Right here it is.
That's what I was thinking. So it's a personal best for you in your hometown here in Nice.
It's a personal local best. Yes.
76 meters after your 80 meters dive in Roatan recently.
That is right.
Okay. So how was that?
It was challenging. It was difficult.
Yeah.
First, physically, I'm not as fit and good as I was in Roatan a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Then my training didn't go so smoothly in the last weeks, and then, as you can see, the conditions are not so easy. Both with a bit of wind, a bit of cold, and seeing many blackouts and wrong dives not going according to plan just before. Even if you always try to keep a bit of distance, it does affect one.
Donc Thomas nous dit que sa préparation était pas forcément évidente cette année et que là, pour venir ici, maintenant sur ce championnat, il avait déjà la fatigue, des championnats précédents aussi.
Non, c'est pas tout à fait ça.
À Roatan.
Mais c'est pas. J'avais pas la fatigue des championnats, mais ma période de préparation après les championnats n'a pas été excellente. Du coup, il n'était pas autant en forme que ce que je l'avais été il y a un mois.
Merci.
Go ahead, Drake.
Et tu nous disais aussi...
Poisson-lune dans l'air de plongée, juste pour information. Poisson-lune.
Excellent.
Un gros poisson-lune qui vient nous voir.
Extraordinaire.
A priori, il vient s'emparer du podium sans aucun problème, dans toutes les disciplines.
Ouais, les conditions ne sont pas les plus faciles aujourd'hui, hein, c'est par rapport à ce qu'on peut avoir normalement. Il y a un peu de vagues, un peu de vent. Comme c'était un peu tôt le matin, c'est pas évident de se réchauffer. Et puis, même si on essaye de rester un peu détaché mentalement, il y a eu beaucoup de plongées difficiles avant, des syncopes, etc. Et forcément, ça m'affecte. Voilà, quand j'ai vu Abdel sortir et prendre la vague qu'il a disqualifié, moi, ça me donne envie de pleurer, quoi. Bon, voilà, c'est bête, mais du coup, c'est moins facile d'être dans la plongée.
Est-ce que les juges font pas la distinction entre une vague qui va à la bouche et la bouche qui va à l'eau?
C'est dur à dire. C'est dur à dire. Parce que c'est très difficile de savoir quoi et quoi.
Ça, c'est à la discrétion du juge.
Exactement.
D'accord. Parce que ouais, on le voyait monter, on s'est dit, il le fait, quoi. Hein. Abdel.
We're talking about Abdel, and I must say one thing is difficult is that we're not used to train in this kind of setup. And the boat where we are training usually, the height of the rope above the water is like maybe 1 meter, so we always surface and have the arm not too high.
Vitomir from Croatia. Vitomir from Croatia is about to dive.
72 meters.
72 meters announced performance, which is a very serious dive. A lot of people on the live stream are asking about why do we have so much blackouts today, and a lot of people are saying that it's because of the water temperature. What I would say, I will have your opinion after Thomas, but what I would say that in one hand it's very difficult because actually the body's fighting against the cold, so there is a lot of energy coming out. But on the other hand, cold can be as well a little protective as it increases the dive reflex, and so can be as well something positive for the divers. What do you think about this reflection?
I think about it and I will tell you. We can see
Early turn for Vitomir.
He was really neat technique, strong and controlled movements, and yeah, it seems he has an equalization trouble. Really, really unfortunate. He was looking great so far.
So what do you think?
So two things. The conditions out of the water are not great compared to usual, but in the water they are really, really good. The thermocline get a bit mixed, the visibility is good, so we enter this cold zone less abruptly than usual. And yes, the cold does alter the relaxation and then it's difficult to cope with it, but once you're in there and when you accept it, it's actually really good for the dive reflex.
Yep.
Yeah, everything is... It makes the dive easier somewhat, yeah.
Yeah.
If you manage to cope with it.
Sure, I'm sure it is.
Vitomir va arriver à la surface, là.
But he's going to be okay because he early turned, because of a equalization problem.
Donc effectivement, oui, ce matin, beaucoup de syncope et beaucoup de non-achèvement.
Il y a Monsieur de Beaucaron qui nous intime l'ordre de demander aux athlètes de leur parler du fait que les descentes semblent être plus lentes que d'habitude.
Ben oui, tout à fait. On a noté que dans certains cas, il y avait 5, 10 secondes, voire 15 secondes de plus que le temps annoncé.
Peut-être dû à la température de l'eau, effectivement, comme disait Matt, qui est plus dense que si elle est froide.
I saw that on the way down, on the way up, sometimes the lanyard is horizontal. It means there is a strength pulling you out of the rope.
Bit of a current.
If you do that for 90 seconds, it creates like 5-10 second gap.
Totally.
There is a drag or something, you know.
I tell you what, I didn't feel it. If there is a current, it's really slight.
Yeah, but it creates a strength, natural one. So
it does create resistance, but usually you feel it and then you try to correct it. But
okay.
yeah.
So
For me, I will tell you what I think. I think most of these minor mistakes are more a consequence of the stress.
Okay.
If you're not fully relaxed and fully into the dive, then you will have a tendency to not react well
general
to the
stress over the platform.
well to the current or this equalization troubles. For me, happen
So there's no
more
reason for the divers to free fall slower than normally here today.
I didn't feel it. Honestly, I didn't feel any current.
Donc
maybe there is a slide
il
one
y aurait
again,
a
but-
priori aucune raison que les athlètes free fall plus doucement que d'habitude. Comme nous dit donc Thomas qui s'entraîne ici à
Maintenant-
l'année à Villefranche.
Maintenant, je suis pas sûr de comprendre la remarque de Laurent parce que moi, je sais pas comment ils plongent normalement les athlètes. Je peux pas dire Vitomir à quelle vitesse il va ou qui va.
Oui d'ailleurs.
Donc par rapport à d'habitude, je sais pas.
Ils nous
trop.
ont donné les temps auxquels ils pensent récupérer la plaquette au fond.
Ouais.
Et c'est vrai que personne n'était... Si, il y en avait un ou deux qui étaient en avance, notamment toi, tu étais parfaitement aligné, il me semble. Mais globalement, il me semble que la plupart étaient à 10-15 secondes derrière. Et
Ouais.
notamment les premiers blackouts qu'on a vus, ils étaient un petit peu en retard.
C'est peut-être des gens qui n'ont pas énormément l'habitude de plonger ici. La salinité est différente, les conditions sont
Voilà,
différentes.
la salinité, ça
Donc
peut
ça peut
jouer,
affecter la vitesse de la plongée, le déroulement.
Thomas, someone is asking, when after touchdown, the way up from 13 to 26 degrees, how does it feel? Good.
I don't know. You know what? I think of other things, like swim. Funnily, I almost never feel the thermoclines on the way up, like the water getting warmer. Yeah, you're in the cold and then suddenly you're at the surface and you realize it's actually warmer, but you're not really conscious of when it becomes warm again.
Love how people think that 13 degrees is cold, lol. Warmest we get on the Isle of Man is in winter and we're still freediving, lol.
Yeah, maybe it's not the same freediving as well.
Yeah.
Like I mean, yeah. Of course, people do freedive in difficult conditions, but I think the deepest dives of the deepest divers always occur in easier conditions.
Warm waters.
I don't think I see anybody
Yeah.
doing 90 meters no fins dive in the Isle of Man or tell me if I'm wrong.
Sure. You can train in 5 degrees water, but you cannot perform then. But you can train anyway. You can hold your breath in 0 degree water.
One funny thing is that it is not necessarily a good thing, because then you get your body used to really strong dive reflex
Yeah.
triggered by the cold, and when you get into the warm water,
The dive reflex is
you might have the consequence that you don't get this dive reflex, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you have
yeah,
bad
sure.
feelings during the dive, and
Sure. What Thomas is explaining is that when you get used to cold waters too much all the time, you will lose your diving reflex when in warm waters after that. And I think that's
Okay, so
what happened to
sorry, Petar is about
Elina
to
Malinen.
dive 70 meters.
Petar from Croatia, 70 meters, no fins.
Okay, so now he's
Croatia is an amazing country about freediving. They have a small density of freedivers compared to us, but they all have a huge skills in freediving. I mean, it's totally the opposite for us in France. We have so many freedivers all around, but a few percentage of us are at very high level. In Croatia, they have just a few guys doing freediving, but they're also good. You know what I mean?
okay. So he swam with a really good technique, quite strong, down to 20 meters, and now he's floating. And one can see he's a bit struggling with finding his right body posture, and he has to correct with the hands.
With the hands, yeah.
Huge
And the feet
hands
too. He's
movement.
hitting the feet
I
as
think
well.
I think his feet are not right and are making him go wrong.
Yeah,
he's
probably.
moving a lot.
Ah, okay.
And that usually is not really good for the relaxation.
Definitely
and
not.
usually the consequence is that you have
like-
equalization trouble.
Just to come closer to the rope.
Yeah, he's
You know?
really struggling with the free fall, clearly.
That's the
He's
first,
He's getting closer
first time
and
you
away
see.
from the
He's
rope a lot.
already at 60 meters. Okay, getting close to the bottom plate, still moving a lot. That is really unusual. And now
Pulling? No, not pulling.
That could be a
I don't know.
disqualification mistake,
Maybe pull.
as he pulled the rope
Yeah,
before
yeah,
flip.
yeah. Okay.
And now he
He
pulled again.
announced
Good pull,
130,
2 meter.
so
He's allowed to. Yeah, 2 meters.
No, it's 1 meter above the ball, and that is not so much.
1 meter?
It's
Sure.
2 meters from the plate, which is 1 meter from the ball.
Okay, so there are some protests.
There were already some mistakes yesterday.
Ah, it's 2 meters.
Okay, so now he's swimming neatly. You can see he has power in the legs and in the arms, and keeping
Good swimmer, yeah.
the right rhythm. It's really
Look at the
symmetric.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah, really good movement.
energetic.
Yeah, the feet are, you know,
very
touching
energetic. Yeah.
one another, and that's a good push,
So,
like an octopus in the end. Yeah. You see?
yeah.
Very powerful with the ends.
Yeah.
Getting close to 30 meters where the first safety will meet him. Yeah, we can see the scooter.
You hear the scooter down there? No, you don't hear
Yes, you
anything.
do. You do hear it a little bit. Like
noise.
zzz,
Yeah, okay.
zzz.
So his touchdown was in 130, like he said it would be, and he was supposed to surface
Okay.
at 3.
20 meters, so he's getting a bit of buoyancy. He can push a bit less hard on the arms and legs,
Yeah, it's a good struggle.
and he's
good
nearly
fight.
there.
He's a strong
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, he can slow down a little bit. Still really controlled and really nice technique. And he's there.
Come on.
Okay.
Needed to do the last one. You can float. Yeah. Ah. Good at
Okay, grabbing the line.
Rapid.
Breathing. A little bit
Higher.
difficult, but yeah. Protocol.
This looks fine to me.
And that was a difficult dive. One can see he's a bit struggling with the hypoxic state, but he's in
Yeah.
good control,
Good man. Yeah, he managed.
holding the rope.
Looks like
high.
a white card.
Thomas, from here you had the best protocol. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
From the
From
start.
far.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the most beautiful
So
exit of all the
wonderful.
competition.
Just
You mean apart from Morgan?
No, Morgan was
No.
really
From
okay
the goal
too,
speaking,
but
you
you,
did the best
were
recovery.
really the
I thought-
fresher of all.
He was on the edge.
Yeah.
You were,
You were the freshest.
the best recovery.
I thought it was forbidden by law to say that somebody is better than Morgan. Well, thank you very
From
much.
Except
today,
if
from
it's
today, it
you.
will be forbidden.
So he got the white card. That was the struggle.
Yeah.
And
CNF white
Get it.
card. You can upload
70
that.
meters.
Way.
Morgan did something incredible.
So
It was
Peter Clover just succeeded 70 meters, and that's a very big success today because the conditions were really tough. On one hand because of the weather, but on the other hand, and mostly because of that, because of all the blackouts we've had before.
And I tell you something, like not to forget that this is the World Championships, and that's the one thing in the year. Well, actually sometimes two, but that is a really important event, and that adds pressure to a diver, and that makes everything a bit more complicated than another competition or training. And it's often that you do something in training and then you get to World Championship and you have this small extra stress or pressure.
Look how happy
and that can make a big difference.
They are super happy too. Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I was just about to say that holidays are waiting for me, so I will leave you guys.
And a chocolate cake from Marinette.
Everything.
You want a chocolate cake from Marinette? I have one.
Sleeping, eating, everything.
Non, super.
You guys have a good day.
But you'll be back on the SIPA teaching us.
Thomas a faim.
You'll teach on SIPA? Yeah. No, you're leaving.
No, I'm quitting. That was my last World Championship. No kidding.
No, but you'll be on the boat.
Non, je crois
La
que
blonde-
le début
la
d'une
blonde
très grande
needs you.
carrière, là, Thomas, au contraire.
I will be around with the rest of the team for the rest of the week and watching
You need to
everything.
train us,
but
to teach us.
Yes, and be happy to share training with everyone around.
Thank you, Thomas.
Bon, bah, well
Merci
done.
beaucoup,
Yeah,
Thomas.
well done.
Merci.
Later. Oh
Fais gaffe,
shit.
ouais.
Ouais.
C'est counterclockwise,
chercher.
pushing the door, counterclockwise. Donc the other way.
Je vais juste aller me chercher une petite barre.
Merci les
Pour
amis.
test, je vais boire une gorgée.
Ouais, ça marche.
Tu gères.
Ouais, tout.
C'est Boris, hein. C'est un deuxième croate.
sur lui.
Eh ben, tu gères. Telle la professionnelle que tu es.
C'est bon,
Tes
c'est
studios.
Viens. Marie, tu me rejoins? Donc Maurice Milozic qui est en train de descendre, il est tout à fait précis dans ses mouvements. Donc là, il commence à atteindre la chute libre. Alors le corps ne reste pas totalement vertical. On voit que les jambes ont tendance à partir un peu vers l'arrière. So he's floating now. The streamline is not absolutely perfect, but it's okay. He seems to be quite relaxed. At least the legs seem really relaxed. The arms as well. His hands are really put on the hips, so that he's really still. He's reaching the bottom now and return. Come up.
His technique is this time good. He's going very strong way. Still 7 meters, 70.
He's an instructor as well, professional freediver, Boris. And the discipline in which he trains the most is constant no. He has a very good breath hold, so he can enjoy long dives in fin as well as in constant no fin.
He reaches 30 meters very easily. The most complicated will arrive now. The safety is in front of him, so he can be more secure, feel a little bit less stress than when he's alone in the depth. Second safety. So now it's just a physical battle against the lactic acid.
Allez, il arrive à la surface, Boris. Ok, il s'accroche.
Oh, it was too much.
Ah, décidément aujourd'hui c'est compliqué. Pourtant il avait l'air bien jusqu'à la fin, hein, Marie.
Yeah, it's just a samba, this one. It's not a big
Ouais, il n'y a
one.
pas eu de signe avant-coureur
samba.
spécialement. Alors il nous disait Boris que son principal combat c'était pour la compensation. Lui c'est vraiment une difficulté qu'il a pour l'oreille droite, pour ouvrir l'oreille droite. So his main struggle to Boris is with the equalization. He explained us that he has difficulties to equalize his right ear with the high pressure. And he told us that he's charging his mouse fill at 30 meters depth approximately and trying to make it last until the end. In constant nothing, he prefers to use a small amount of weight, as he told us, because this way he can enjoy the ascent more. Obviously, it was not enough for today, but almost there. It's a pity because it was really almost there. In free immersion, he simply pulls when he feels like, enjoying the time and the glide between each pull. That's what Boris could tell us in the preparation of this World Championship. And one thing he loves above all is freediving at midnight with his soulmate. How romantic! He's talking to us about the full moon and the Milky Way and the bright stars above himself and his soulmate illuminating the underwater world. In a dull grey light, he said.
Do you know if Boris participates in many competitions?
He says this is the real depths season for him, but I can't tell a lot about the past years for him. Do you know more about? No?
I didn't see him too much
Well,
in many
he's
competitions.
a professional freediver training most of the time in Croatia. And what he said is that this year he's here to learn and enjoy his freediving, but next year he hopes to be able to apply his new knowledge and experience to test out his full potential. That's what he said to us before getting to dive.
His physique is a little bit different from the other freedivers. He has a lot of muscles
Yeah?
in upper part, yes.
Un peu comme Alexey, plus
Yeah.
proche de Alexey, alors en physiquement, la carrure, tu dis qu'il est un peu plus musclé, il est un peu plus...
Big muscles.
Alors, on a maintenant Andrei. Alors, je ne saurais pas prononcer son nom de famille, tu peux m'aider s'il te plaît? Là. Bon, Kwetchevich, Andri, excuse-nous, Andri, we are so
Very
sorry if
sorry.
we pronounce it not good, it must be like
Easy to
Kwetchevich. So, he's going to start for a 69 meters dive. And here we go.
From Ukraine. So it's going down. I think it's also a new face in the competitions, in these high-level competitions. A lot of new, younger people is coming. They are very promising. They are already very deep. It's coaching by Natalia from Ukraine also. How much you announce?
Ah, ok. Apparemment, il a un personal best à 73 mètres qui date de septembre 2018 et il est allé à 71 en avril 2019. It seems that his PB in Constantine is 73 meters last September, and this April he went to 71 meters, personal best in Constantine. And he can also reach the depth of 90 meters. Early turn, free immersion. Okay, today it seems to be quite difficult for everyone to reach their targets, but some of them rather do the early turn. And obviously, as the viewer, we'd rather see an early turn than a blackout, but it's not the way it happens all the time because
It's a wise move.
they do their best. It's a wise move, absolutely.
He showed and he's conscious about the risks and he doesn't want to feel bad. now he met the safety with the scooter. He's going up very with speed.
Il nage vite, hein?
Yes. He hurry to the surface.
Ouais. Disons qu'une fois qu'on a renoncé dans sa tête, voilà, on remonte.
Maybe a compensation problem, so he wants to reach the surface.
Et puis il y a toute la tristesse et la colère de devoir faire demi-tour alors qu'on s'est préparé une saison entière.
But it's not so bad to make a U-turn because if he do the protocol properly, like he just did there, he can get a yellow card. So it means that everything is okay except the depth. But the numbers, he will get points.
Yeah.
And like today, there is not too many people who succeed to reach the white card. He can be in a very good position.
Totally.
So-
And also, he said he was, I don't know, this is more experience.
He looked very experienced even I didn't see him in other competitions,
Because it-
but his attitude is very experienced.
It takes courage and mental strength to accept to do the early turn to get a clean way
It's
out.
better. My colleague.
Alors qu'Arthur nous rejoint après une pause barre protéinée, je crois.
Même pas.
Même pas. T'as pas mangé?
Non, il est sur le temps.
Which next?
Donc dans 2 minutes, ce sera au tour
Which next? Bubenchikov.
yes, Alexander.
Bubenchikov.
From you.
From Ukraine also.
Ukraine.
Yeah. He announced 69 meters. It's quite conservative for him. It's preparing on the lane. Yeah. Breathing, relaxing. What is the performance of Alexander?
Alors,
What are the performances?
un instant.
He announced
Alors,
here 69.
95 mètres en poids constant. 95 it's his best in constant weight, but it was in 2014 en 2014. 65 mètres en poids constant sans palme, 65 meters in constant no fin, also 2014, and 91 meters in 2014 as well en free immersion. 94 mètres en immersion libre et toutes ces performances datent de 2014. Donc ça veut dire qu'il a dû faire un stop de compétition un certain temps.
Non, je ne pense pas. Il a régulièrement participé à des compétitions, Alexander.
Donc
C'est
il
plutôt les données qui ne sont pas très fraîches.
Si, les données elles datent de. Si, ce sont les PB qu'ils ont donnés pour s'inscrire aux mondiaux. Donc ça date de avril, peut-être mars ou avril, mais il y en a qui donnent il y en a qui ont donné de avril 2019, donc ça doit être que ces PB remontent vraiment à 2014.
Ok.
Donc est-ce qu'il a basculé sur d'autres disciplines ou est-ce que juste en 2014 il a atteint son pic de carrière sportive et puis depuis il participe pour se faire plaisir et continuer l'expérience mais pas forcément pour battre son record personnel.
Ben, nous allons voir cela puisqu'il a annoncé 69.
Ouais.
Constant no fins. Et tu dis que son PB était de Alexander.
65.
Alexander Bubenchikov, who is also a huge pool diver. He's not far from the 300s in dynamic. He regularly participates to the indoor world championships as well.
So did he switch from the sea to the pool these last like 5 years, which is why his PBs seem to be?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I should ask him.
Meters. You relax. You just touch the rope to feel probably comfortable. Bottom plate, take a tack.
Touchdown for Alex, who's coming back up to the surface.
One pull, like the rules authorize this. And now he's swimming up. What do you think about his kick? Arthur, specialist. Your arms are very strong.
J'ai fait un petit tour si vous voulez me remplacer.
Hein?
40 meters.
Ouais.
It's going up.
Hein? Il y a quoi? Oui, le gâteau. J'espère.
Like you can see, look comfortable when he met the security,
Hein?
safety guy.
On regarde, oui.
He reached 20 meters.
Struggle, head
Yeah,
movements. Yeah.
Its speed is slow down. He looked tired. He's
Yeah, you
fighting.
see? He's losing the axis.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
fighting. Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Swaying right and left.
He
Okay.
will be very hard. But he's there.
He's there.
He's on the surface. Yes, there. He catch the rope.
Looks fine for Alex.
Wow.
He take.
That's a
yes.
fight. Well
Wow,
done.
huge
Well done.
fight.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Petit. Small. Small, j'ai promis. Voilà.
Quel bonheur.
He's fully recovered. The judges are discussing which decision. A red card.
Why is red? We don't know.
We have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Problem protocol, but we don't know what we didn't see from here. What exactly happened?
Yeah, I don't really understand what happened for Alex.
He-
I don't know why he has a red card right now.
No idea. No idea.
I did not see any problem during his dive. He looked pretty fresh on surface. Maybe he did the sign to the wrong person, I don't know.
No, the
Maybe
sign wasn't the
some
right
kind of a
person.
wave came to his mouth, I don't know. No?
I didn't see the wave. Protocol
Maybe-
problem, but I don't know what.
Maybe he touched
Maybe
the rope.
the sign in a not in the right order. No, he can touch the rope. It's not a problem.
He can touch the rope, but he cannot pull the rope.
No, exactly.
Okay, good conditions so far now. I mean, much better than it was even the last 30 minutes. It's slightly wavy, but it's not choppy. So for the preparation, it helps a lot. And we do have now David Mulleron from Australia. 65-meter dive.
Australia? It's from Australia?
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
from Australia.
Yeah. We do have Tanguy as well competing for Australia. Final countdown, you see, waiting for the last breath. It has to be total.
Maybe touched out of the candy can. Down at the bottom, Alexander.
Okay, here he goes. Let's see how technique. Okay, quick start, leaving the surface very quickly. So you'll get in an area where the buoyancy is much lower, and it's easier to swim. It's a good technique. Everyone now has good technique anyway. You won't see anybody at that level with no technique at all. Look at this push here. It's going very fast. I think he is the fastest so far. 30 meters, 32 seconds. He is the fastest.
More
early
than 1
turn.
meter per second.
Okay,
It's
that's
an early turn.
that's an early turn.
Early turn.
It could be the thermocline
Early
because
turn
at
at
that depth
35.
you get a real barrier of a temperature.
Stress for the body.
So yeah, it's a stress maybe. Okay,
Swimming back up to surface.
good technique. Wow, that's probably the next swimmer. Looks very good.
David from Australia.
That's an
I
early
don't know
turn.
what happened. Maybe not enough sharks here in France.
White sharks, you mean? Yeah. Alright, we'll know that later on. Okay.
Surface. Surface protocol goes well.
I have something for Bubenchikov, for Alex.
Maybe because
I heard that he said that the judges told he pulled the rope around 40 meters
he pulled the
deep.
rope, right.
There is like a pool, but I mean,
They feel a pull.
the video
So the
will
video will
tell.
say, yeah. After
The video will tell
performances,
us.
after
Yeah.
the competition, the
Yeah.
judges watch the videos, and there they will see if there is a pool or not. And they can change, of course, the color of the card at this moment before to show the officials results. So David get a yellow card.
Yeah.
Everything okay except the depth. The announcement was not reached, so early turn.
Okay, I heard 61, so maybe the
So
next
61 is here.
announce 61. Is it for us? 61 meters.
61 meter.
No
Next
fit.
announcement.
Yeah.
Next announcement.
Yeah.
No, Jasper 61 is Jasper, but we have Pete Botman first. So in the lane 1, it's Pete Botman who announced 63. Yeah, it's preparing already, briefing the surface.
Yeah, dripping on the
So
bottom.
this is Pete Botman.
Ah, Pete Boatman. Oh right. Okay, he trained on the SIPA boat the recent weeks with his wife. I think she's coaching us, coaching him into the water, just next to him in black. And they did train a lot in the area. So Pete will try to tip 63 meters.
So we use with the cold thermocline.
Yeah, he's used to it. Yeah, I think he
You
won't
will
be
not
surprised
be surprised.
by the thermocline.
Pete Botman from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
63
So-
meters. Should be a good idea to understand the reason. There's a short judge. Would be like interesting to see a replay.
I only saw the last part.
What is yeah. Super Superbeast by red card. Hi Mig, yeah. Should be a good idea to understand the reason for the red card, but you know, yeah, sometimes the judge they have to check out the video and they will give their final decision later after seeing all the details on video, so sometimes we cannot give the final decision right just after the dive. And we heard that there might have been a pull on the rope for Alexander Bubenchikov around 40 meters deep. There might have been a pull on the rope. And so we are waiting for a confirmation that the judges will give after checking the video replay.
Okay, final preparation for Pete.
Il va falloir que je branche mon ordi.
Tu veux que je me déplace? C'est bon?
We start the dive.
Okay, Pete start the dive. You can see
On arriverait à se
it's
mettre,
very, very quick.
Marie,
Oui.
tu arriverais à te mettre au milieu? Comme ça, je me remets
Athletes. We now, okay, now the rhythm decreases. It slackens the pace. All right, it's a good launch for the free fall. Technique is really good. There's nothing to say about.
Merci.
And that's a very, very fast time as well. When you reach 45 in 46. Okay. It is on the right side of the clock, I would say. A meter per second so far. So there's a quick
More than 50
swimmer.
minutes.
Very quick swimmer. Yes, 60 meters, very quick.
Take the tag,
Allez.
but not
Okay, I
very
lost.
easily.
Yeah, I lost 2 seconds for the tag, but it's not a big deal. Swimming up.
J'ai rien capté.
You can see
Je peux démancher?
Mais c'est pas juste pour brancher le mien à la place.
shaped arm stroke. Why do we
Non, pour brancher
create
le
an
mien
S?
aussi.
Because it covers a longer distance for your hands to push onto the water. So you probably gain 20% of a push, creating an S.
30 meters already.
Okay, you see the shoulders coming a little bit up, contraction maybe. Hit. Okay, again, safety divers, 23 meters to go. Yeah, he's a good swimmer.
Sorry.
Yeah, we do room enough. He's a good swimmer. Okay.
Poulet.
Yeah, okay, slowing down the rhythm. That's good, very good to save energy.
Using the
Very good.
buoyancy.
Energy saving at the end. Yeah,
Very lovely technique.
okay. Okay, you need to hang it high. Yeah. Got a few seconds to go. Okay, shaking. This is the typical loss of motricity due to the lack of oxygen. We call that PCM in French, perte de contrôle moteur, and this is just a little samba.
Very small.
If it's within the 15 seconds, it will be alright.
Protocol was.
Niklas Backstrom will enter jockey dive. Yes, he will dive, and when will he dive? I don't know.
This is a weight.
White card.
Yeah, that's good. Deserved.
White card.
Well done. Good fight, Pete. Yeah. Wow.
Antero will dive shortly, I think, because he's already suited up, so he's preparing to dive.
Wow.
So stay
Super
tuned.
dive. Good timing.
Very good.
2:21.63. Wow.
And very good control for the
Yeah.
protocol because
Yeah.
he was shaking, so it was not easy for him.
It's not easy.
And he
brancher
need
ça
to
en bas, Paulette, tu
concentrate,
vas trouver la
and he did
rallonge,
it in a right order and very clear in front of the judges. So
Tu peux.
white card.
Ouais.
Well done, Pete. Really. Well done.
Ok.
63 meters. Not bad.
You hide really, you hit it really well your game during training because we're just like shallow depth easy 50 free immersion, and today 63 in no fins. Congrats. Good.
So Jesper is preparing. Jesper Stekman from Denmark.
Yeah. Belong to Steve Briggs' team.
Jesper is a very experienced freediver. Do you have some information about Jesper?
I haven't got any. I just remember to see his name on many lists in the recent World Championship, any kind of area.
Very active.
Yeah.
I think he was living in Malta, like instructor. But we don't have very fresh information.
Okay,
The ambience, I wanted to say, it's more calm now than in the morning. The early morning it was most stressful. This big depth.
Yeah, they bring stress onto the.
Yes, tense. Now it's more calm. People is more smiling. The fun is back.
Okay, I'll do something because there is a room to speak. You know, for beginners who doesn't know at all the sports. Okay, this is just you achieve a depth, and today no equipment, and you need to reach an announced depth previous day and to catch a little tag and on there to prove that you've been down to the bottom plate. Despite the video, just in case the video doesn't work, you still have a proof of this little tag. So with the Jesper, you can see now you need to struggle for the buoyancy area around 20 meters, 15 to 25 depending. Then you reach a level where you will sink anyway. So you need to reach that area, approaching now, and now if you don't move at all, you will definitely sink. Very slowly to begin with, but then you will get some speed, and now try to reach something like 0.8 meter per second of a free fall, which is an average speed. You won't be able to reach 1.2 in no fins anyway, so Peter did 1 meter per second, average people do 0.8. And now it's positioning the free fall. It's cold, you want to breathe, not yet, but you have contractions because of the cold.
40 meters.
That's 40 meters down, and you need to concentrate on the relaxation, you know, the belly. You need to get the belly relaxed, so that helps for the diaphragm to work. Okay, didn't realize. Okay, that's not a common behavior. Thought it was okay. Quick turnaround. That's a quick turnaround. That's good. But he thought maybe too early he would have been close to the bottom plate. So it could be a bit disturbing because he was not ready for that. It's a very good swim up, very streamlined. You see the ends all the way down with the final push. Keep on getting some speed to your hands at the end, and you get a great push upwards while relaxing your legs during the arm stroke. Is very important because you will use your legs the next 2 seconds. So relax the legs as much as you can in between the kick legs. Okay, now the hard part. Burning, shoulders are burning, contraction, urge to breathe, looking up. You can't see the shadows of the boat, of the big square coming up, like a swimming pool. And this is it.
Watch again,
okay, maybe one more would be enough to glide. Yeah, preparing the exit with your hand, hanging very high, facing the judges. Okay, recovery. It's taking time. That's good. And now,
clear sign.
Clear sign. Breathing. Okay.
It looks very clear.
Yeah, it looks clear. That's a very clear protocol, yeah. And it's not disturb any wave, so it's
Tag.
quite helpful. Yeah, showing the tag. Okay, 1 second timing, probably a big mistake. Nobody can go that fast.
This is a back from bye-bye.
I get a
Well done, Jasper.
So 61 meters. Now Antero Joki from Finland is prepared.
Hyvä päivää, Antero.
Antero is about to dive. My
Kiitos.
friend Antero from Finland,
Kaksi, kolme.
To
who
count in Finnish. Where?
who is such a nice guy. He helped me a lot with my under ice freediving world record in Finland in 2017. He is the guy. Is the guy to know if you want to dive under ice in Finland.
You want to drink? No?
Yes.
I've
voilà.
got grenadine. Fresh grenadine, you want?
Non, merci.
Moi, oui, n'importe quoi.
Okay, bring some water.
There is a document.
Yeah, Antero is about to dive.
Where is Antero?
I heard it was next one, no? Isn't it?
Yes,
next
the
one?
name is
It's
next one, but
right.
I don't see him in a platform.
Yeah, I think we have a little technical break maybe right now.
Probably.
Yeah.
They put new pads in the bottom plate. They need to put more tags.
There might be a little technical break, so they will add some tags at the bottom plate. The conditions are getting better and better today, as it was windy this morning and it gets calmer right now.
And cold.
It's less wavy, and the structure surrounding the athletes here in the performance area is blocking the waves as well, so surface is pretty flat.
Hi guys, you have a break right now.
It's a technical break.
Yeah, it's a technical.
We're not online anymore.
My guys just told me that we have a break for around 50 minutes.
So no broadcasting for 15 minutes. What? Broadcasting is continuing or is it stopped?
I think not. I think it's not. Maybe
Alright.
in a different camera, but it's
All right.
you have a time to break for a break.
Okay, thank you.
15, okay. So if you hear us still, we have a break for 15 minutes. We come back in 15 minutes.
So do you like your shouter?
Yeah, we're just perfect right now. Thank you so much. Boom.
l'essentiel est bon, puis tu sais, on sait quoi dire. Moi j'ai mes trucs, tu sais, j'aime bien. C'est top. C'est top. Voilà.
So much blackout, so much red card.
T'as vu Oui, ouais, c'est bien, c'est très bien. Ouais, on peut se permettre de faire ça. Ouais. Et on entend bien, on comprend bien, on entend bien, ouais, c'est pas saturé ou c'est correct. Ok. Ouais, donc c'est super. Tout petit, on a un tout petit bureau avec des ordi. Et Nadal. Hein?
Tu veux manger une barre et boire?
Non, j'ai pas de retour.
10 seconds.
3, je te fais un truc sur le Y. 3, 2, 1, top.
Hi everybody and welcome back to the 2019 AIDA Depth Freediving World Championships here, live from the Bay of Villefranche with my friend Stefan Saxtad. Hi Stefan, how are
Hi
you?
Raymond. Fine enough, yeah.
Here they are.
Little drink because
Okay.
it's quite warm on the cover.
After this little break, technical break that was needed to add some more tags at the bottom plate. Now the ropes are in the water again and we are about to see Antero jockey diving.
Antero jockey.
My very good friend Antero from Finland,
Finland,
who
hyvä päivä.
helped me in 2017 to achieve my under ice dynamic world record that I did in Finland. So I had to work with Antero in Finland. So I really appreciate this guy who is very generous.
Okay, this
And
is the
who is
Finnish
a
guy start.
Strong freediver.
You know, a
as
little
well.
pose for a little static to put back everything in. And this is it.
60 meters. He has a personal best at 72, I think, or 73. That's what he told me.
So there is room for him to achieve the goal.
Yep.
Right, it's a good technique on the way down.
Back online, guys.
Okay, timing is not properly set because you won't get 35 seconds in 20 meters, so there's like a 5-7 seconds gap about the timing. It's not realistic at all. So it's entering the free fall phase. Nobody will. If you don't go beyond 20 meters, you won't discover what free fall means. Free divers, they do love free falling. It's a great sensation. Okay, equalization issue.
Pourquoi pas?
And ending with a stop at 52. Probably a sticky ear again,
Okay.
like many athletes. So all the way up now. So it won't be too long a trip. It will be comfortable.
Yep.
Yeah, he had an early turn due to
Early turn, Antero, 50 meters, early turn, that's it?
That's it.
Okay, didn't feel well maybe.
Looks like a equalization problem. He had to
Alright.
struggle with his nose on the way down. And it's a bit tricky, then he stopped.
Shit. Hey, how are you?
Ah, welcome.
Welcome here.
Welcome in the
Can I have a
center.
seat?
Very narrow area, but very friendly area.
Very close, yeah?
So it's Jesper, am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Jesper, how was your dive?
It was good, it was hard.
Yeah?
I had problems equalizing at the end. Let's see Antero.
Alright.
Antero coming up.
Same.
So
he had
Antero
the
is
same.
just
yeah.
coming out
Yeah,
right
you
now
turned,
with
yeah.
a
U-turned.
an early turn at 50
meters.
instead of
Okay,
60.
okay.
It looks pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Alright, protocol is okay.
Good.
Ketos.
So it's going to be a yellow card? Yes.
Yeah, it's a yellow anyway.
Yellow card for early turn. 10 meters penalty.
Anyway, go un vrai.
He's been at it for
Why-
many years, huh?
You've been what, sorry?
He's been at it for many years.
Yeah, Schnurf, it's a long time, huh?
Yeah.
You too. Yeah.
We were battling to do 100 meters. And he beat me.
Okay.
He was the first.
300 meters?
Yeah, to do 100 meters. Yeah.
Deep, you mean?
Yeah, before me.
Like in what discipline?
In constant weight.
Constant weight. And Tero did 100 meters constant weight?
Yeah, yes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, I had a tough dive. I had to almost turn at 55.
Yeah. And then you,
Okay, yeah.
it pushed your.
I had my alarm going
Here,
off, and
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I can make it. But it's cool. It's nice to be back. I didn't compete last year.
Yeah, right.
No, so only 1 year off, and then
Okay.
back here. I only had 3-4 training dives, and then
Yeah.
And back.
mainly here to see all
So
you guys. And
what do you think about this location here, the water temperature and everything?
no, it's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a thermocline. It's what it is.
Yeah, not too much aggressive for you.
No,
1.5
I don't care too much. Yeah, 1.5.
1.5?
and there, 1.
Almost 2 kilos.
Okay.
On the neck,
Okay.
yeah.
So how do you train during the year?
Actually, this year I didn't train. I had my freediving school, and I've been doing a lot of teaching
Okay.
in
Where's that?
Gozo, in Malta.
Okay.
In Gozo.
Ah, it's
Okay.
great
So you live in
area,
Malta.
isn't it?
It's
Fantastic
beautiful.
scenery.
I mean,
Caves and
caves and swim-throughs and wrecks. It's really nice.
So you live in Malta.
I live in Malta, yeah.
We have Tom Pellet from Israel getting ready to dive with a 58 meters performance announced for him in no fins today. So you train in Malta mostly?
I train in Malta
Okay.
when I do train, yes.
Okay.
And what do you like in the no fin? What I'm like you, I really enjoy no fin discipline. And what's
No,
the reason?
I really don't like no fins.
You don't like, but you did because you belong to the team.
I like freediving. No, I like all disciplines.
Okay.
It was never my favorite, but no, I like to dive. And
Okay. Anyway, you like.
yeah. It's hard. No fins is hard.
Yeah,
It's,
Okay, from Israel, 58 meter dive.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Official top is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. C'est parti, stop.
Little dolphin kick in the end. Helpful or not, I don't know. Alexey was recent years he used to do a little dolphin kick as well. You don't see many athletes now performing that way.
no.
Very slight.
20.
Looks nice, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone has got a good
yeah.
technique, more or less.
Yeah.
You don't see any more people
Okay, free fall 30
without
meters.
technique these days. Turning around slightly, it's not a problem. Looks like the current has ceased.
Yep.
No more lateral movement or
Stay close to the rope.
strength.
Feet position is good. Very relaxed.
50.
I'm coming up.
Touchdown for Tom Pellet. Drops the tag.
We usually
Pull
see
back up to the
people
surface.
losing a bit of a time with the tag.
Put the tag, yes.
It looks like 2-3 seconds more than it could be, but it's not a big deal static down there. But
Not for me, you know. For me,
yeah,
I know.
so, you know, tac.
I have a long breath hold, so
Okay, he uses a arm stroke technique that is really pushing in front of him. It's not very wide on the sides, you see. It's pretty much in front.
that's not something you see very often.
No.
But it looks like it's
It looks like good.
it's on purpose.
Yeah.
It's very still effective.
That's fine. Yeah. Still effective. Maybe to prevent from edema. Maybe. You know, not to push the arm stroke too wide away. Stay kind of close in the inner side of the thorax.
Nose clip off.
20.
Okay, he's now being accompanied by the two safety divers. And he is reaching the surface in 10 meters. He's in the critical zone right now.
He's a little tired now, maybe.
Yeah, he's a little tired.
Buoyancy should work for him, even if you lose 2-3 seconds. Normal energy spin. Okay. Okay, shaking a little bit. Okay.
Re-immersed.
Yeah, you see, that's the trap.
This is
This
a
point,
blackout
yeah.
on surface.
And it comes
for
slightly
Tom Pettit.
after.
Slightly
You
after
get,
the
you get
surface.
onto the, yeah, it's not immediate, you know?
No, you really need to be strong in
Yeah,
your
hook
recovery.
maybe a little bit.
In
Yeah.
the hook breath, and
Yeah.
it's
It was swimming nicely up to the surface, but just missing a little bit. Yeah.
the last meters is where it all happened.
Of course.
Red card
Yeah.
for Tom Pettit for blacking out on surface. Dive time 2:44. He reached the bottom, but it's a bit too long. Too long or too deep or whatever, too much for him today.
But he's smiling and is fresh again. Huh?
Yeah, he's
So-
fresh again now. He's been taken in charge by the medical staff over there. He's going to recover on O2 a little bit. And he's already conscious, smiling over there. So everything's fine for Tom.
Yeah. And I'd like to say a few words. I receive many messages from many people watching at this fantastic event. Merci Stéphane pour tes encouragements. Et even from Paris, les apnéistes nous regardent et c'est avec plaisir qu'on commente. Une petite pensée pour eux aussi. C'est vraiment extra. Merci.
No, I think the whole setup this year is really nice, huh?
Yeah, nice.
I was
nice
here in
stuff.
2012 and
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's better.
everything is bigger and better. And
More experience.
It's a good idea to create a pool like this surrounded
Exactly,
by
exactly.
plastic
Yeah.
floats.
Yeah.
You lose your balance, but this is it. Otherwise, it's a good area.
It is.
It's a bit tricky for your knees, huh? If you don't want to lose a knee.
Loic Villemin from Switzerland is about to dive now.
Ah, Loic.
57 meters
I had
for
a
his announced performance.
very nice interview with Loic. He's not a common athlete. He's
30 seconds.
belong to a Buddhist community. I'd like to thank this community to motivate him. And he's a professional from Switzerland. He got two national records, very recent in bifin and free immersion. The tall guy and the strong arms, so he really enjoyed the free immersion. But today he's on the 3, so he's start with the no fin. You see the suit is quite not common suit. You've got many stuff written in his back.
Maybe sponsors? Or
Yeah, he's got many sponsors, but especially I think his community. And it's a good swim down.
nice image from
Yeah.
the bottom with all the light rays coming down.
I know his best souvenir in freediving, he told me. It was a 20-meter dive in the cenotes in Mexico with Julien Borde, qu'on salue au passage.
Julien.
Salut Julien.
Hey Julien, salut
regarde,
Julien
j'espère.
du Mexique, si tu
And
nous écoutes.
he said he was, fighting for the sinuses problem, very tricky. And then one day he reached 20, and 20 look around, no horizon, very narrow. But it opened his mind to another world, a new horizon. And I would like to say that because he emphasized it.
That's freediving, yeah?
Yeah, that's freediving. Yeah. Anyone has got his own story. And his
Loic
own,
is reaching 40
dreams.
meters right now.
And
The
he's,
free fall
the hand
is,
around
he's blocking the
the lips,
mouthfeel with
to
his
create another
his
pressure
hand.
and to
Yep.
keep a good mouthfeel.
It's a way to keep the mouthfeel with the hand.
Yeah. Oh, this is it, no, easy.
Touchdown for Loic. He
Okay,
still has
wake up.
his cheeks full of
wake
hair.
up bottom plate. Up. And now.
The cheeks were still full of air, so it's pretty good with the equalization. Now he's swimming back up to surface and with the
long arms.
Nice
Long
technique.
arms.
Yeah, very long arms.
Helps.
He could use maybe a bit more extension in the front with the arms.
Knees slightly bent.
But you see, he keeps his arm a little bent, and he could maybe extend it a little bit more to take advantage of his length. Yep. But it's okay. Nice rhythm. He's looking a bit up towards the surface. He's meeting the first safety divers now with 25 meters. From the surface, he's in the critical zone right now.
Yeah, you see the struggle, huh? Yeah.
Yep.
It's another type of
less and less strength
yeah.
in the arms. For Loic, I hope
No
he
more
will make it to the
extension.
surface.
It's very easy.
We hope
Tiny
he
movements.
will make it to the surface. 13 meters. Come on, Loic. Come on. Push it.
Okay, let it go. Let it go. Yeah. Let the force bring you up.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Okay.
He looks okay. He looks okay. A bit shaky though. A bit shaky.
Yeah, a bit shaky. It's on the edge, but it's okay. It's on the right side of the protocol. Well done.
A bit shaky, but we're okay.
Tag in the hood. Thank you very
I'll
much.
have to leave you guys again.
Yeah.
Thank you, no worries.
Enjoy the rest
Thank
of
you,
the...
Jasper. Thanks for coming.
Go to my apartment.
Yeah. Very nice.
Well done, Louis.
Have a nice day.
Don't break an ankle.
The studio, huh?
Yeah. Then you are counterclockwise. You push the door, and you go counterclockwise. Yeah, that's it. The opposite. While pushing the door. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Julian Rivera. It would be interesting if we could see keys, moments on the replay, and maybe slow motion for analysis, like in football. Yeah, I think they do sometimes put some replays. They did it during the French National Championships here for the French Federation. They did it for the Nice Abyss contest, I think, as well. I don't know if they're doing it right now. We don't have the same monitoring system as you do online, I think. But they used to do it, so I guess maybe they do it as well here. I would like to also know, what do yellow, red and white color mean? Actually, white is a validated performance. Yellow is a validated performance, but with some penalties, and red card is a disqualification. For it can be for multiple reasons, like a blackout, an early turn, not an early turn, sorry, like pulling the rope.
Who is on the B line? It's not mentioned already. But
It can be as well a surface protocol default for disqualification. Multiple reasons can lead to a disqualification, to a red card. So basically that's it.
okay, we're now on the B line.
Cornel Friesendorf from Germany about to
No,
dive.
Cornelius, no. Cornelius.
Cornel,
Yeah,
sorry,
it's long.
Cornelius.
Yeah.
Cornelius? I'm not sure. 54 meters announced. From Dutchland. And
Allez.
he's gone. Started. Just started. Ah, cool. Cool. C'est pas de l'eau.
Non.
Putain. Ah ok, on l'a refait.
Belle relaxation. He's relaxed. You can
Very
see
streamlined.
his hands are relaxed. In the stream.
Very relaxed. Nice free fall position. Cornelius Friesendorf from Deutschland, reaching 45 meters.
Yeah. Dive-eye system helps a lot the athletes to see the others.
Touchdown.
So you can get little tricks, technically speaking, and then you improve your swim technique a lot, watching the others, especially the best in the world. So it's very good. It's very positive for the sport, because now you can see that all athletes are able to produce a nice and clean swim.
On the way back up to surface, 30 meters, meeting the first safety diver, entering the critical zone, the red zone. And the strength looks okay for Cornelius. Looks like he still has all the strength with him.
Looks comfortable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Est-ce que vous voulez Loïc Villemain en interview?
Avec plaisir. On a commenté sa plongée, très bien.
Pardon?
On a bien commenté sa plongée.
Comme tu le sens,
Donc avec plaisir, quand il a envie surtout.
Cornelius looks okay.
Quand il a envie. Laisse le récupérer.
Looked like a very comfortable dive for him. That's nice, Cornelius. Congratulations for
It's quite warm today again.
Deutschland.
Picking up 27 degrees here. Lucky we are to be on the French Riviera.
Yep.
Yeah, the post-season is just fantastic here. Yeah. And thanks to the organizers to get this nice platform. You know, even the medical staff, safety team, they can participate. They can applaud, they can really watch the event that occurs inside this artificial pool. So it's a good conception of the structure. Well done. Any more questions on the website? No.
Any more questions? Do we have any more questions? Thanks for explaining. So what is the penalty for yellow? How can you compare a clear dive to a one with a yellow card? Well, for many reasons. Penalties can be like early turn, can be actually in pools going after the 10 seconds after the official top, but I think in deep diving you get DQ if you go after the 30 seconds after official top. There's no penalty before that. I think that's it, because if you overpass the time for surface protocol, it's a red card. If you pull the rope, it's a red card. There's a penalty as well for not breaking. So if you forget to take the tag, or if you lose the tag on the way up, there's a penalty as well, so it's a yellow card. And all the rest is red card, actually.
30 seconds!
Protocol
30 seconds
default is a red card. Overpassing the time for protocol is a red card. Blacking out, of course, is a red card.
20!
Pulling the rope is a red card.
We do have now an athlete wearing a mask. I think it's the first one today. Not sure. You'll see how it will equalize, because it's a bit tricky with the mask. You have to interrupt your arm stroke to quickly
4, 5, 6,
squeeze your nose and give a push in your ear. Let's see. No, he do equalize hands-free, so that's not a problem for him. A gift from nature.
Felipe Alvarez, change tag picking for pressing a
Free
button.
equalization.
Save time, energy, and improve the sport.
Very smooth. Wow. It's relaxed, you see? You can just feel
Andrei Ponomarev.
the end of the arm stroke, little push, getting a little more speed at the end. Very good.
Andrei Ponomarev entering the free-falling zone. 30 meters. Felipe, change the tag. Change tag picking for pressing a button. Save time, energy, and improve the sport. Yeah. But we would need then a wire inside the rope to have the information that the button has been pressed. So I think it's a lot of investment.
Oh, it's going a bit
Might
below
be
the
an
plate.
ID, actually.
He lost a bit of a distance and a bit of a time. He could have done much better the U-turn. He went 1 meter
Cedric
too deep.
Verhegen.
Very good technique. Really good technique. You see? You can really feel the hands passing through the water. Not too fast, not too slow. And just steering speed all the way down to your hips level.
Nice technique for Andrei.
It's got a kick leg, not far from Morgan's one.
Yep.
Extension of
arms.
the feet, yeah. It's good.
Power in
Really
the
good.
arms, meeting the first safety diver. 25 meters from surface for Andrei. He's in the critical zone right
Little
now.
bulbs, this is the mask, pressure, overpressure.
Yeah, he's diving with the mask.
Yeah, so you got some bulbs
That's
that's on the mask.
pretty rare actually. Most of the athletes are diving with a nose clip and no masks, or with the fit goggles. So it adds more difficulties as he has to compensate.
Yeah, there is.
Equalize.
I can't see
the
any
mask volume.
advantage to wear a mask, except maybe your comfort, the visual comfort.
Yep.
Otherwise, I can't see any advantage.
There's no advantage. Breaking the surface, Andrei. Looks kind of okay. Bit wavy at the surface. I
Could
saw
have,
wave.
you know, he could have caught the rope just 1 foot higher.
Sure.
It will prevent the waves to hit the
Because I
face.
saw a wave coming up to his
Yeah,
mouth.
it's on the edge, but it's okay, I think.
And it will be to the judge appreciation,
Yeah, oh, it should be right.
discretion to decide if it's a yellow.
Key point is
Actually,
to
if it's a red or a white.
take the rope as high as you can, and then you are
For
protected.
me, it's
from
totally
anything,
totally
any
a white.
movements, yeah. Waiting. This is a long wait process.
I
you
think
know,
the judge is-
looking at the judge
Judge is
smiling or not.
thinking if.
And
Yeah, but it's a white, that's
yeah.
right.
Well done, well done.
Well done, Andrei. Well done, Russia.
Russia, 3 points.
Si je comprends bien, Cédric, en CNF, la tête a le droit tout au fond de tirer une seule fois sur la corde pour avoir une inertie à remonter. Tout à fait, que ce soit en poids constant ou en poids constant sans palme, la tête a le droit de se tirer une seule fois du
Sur
fond,
1 mètre,
dans les 2 mètres,
au-dessus du plateau.
dans les 2 mètres au-dessus du plateau.
Et non pas au-dessus du petit cône. Hein.
Ouais.
C'est 1 mètre en fait
Tout à
au-dessus
fait.
du cône. Donc si on confond, bah, on est éliminé bêtement. Quoi. C'est 1 mètre au-dessus du cône. Donc ça veut vraiment dire, en gros on garde la main à côté et on va pas chercher plus haut parce que c'est voilà, risqué.
Same way we have info of that.
Merci à tout le monde qui nous supporte, merci Estelle, tous les clubs de Paris, on reçoit beaucoup de messages.
Thanks Felipe for your suggestions. I suggest that you write an email to AIDA International giving your suggestions about how we could do it.
Yeah. So I hope this event will create newcomers to this fantastic sport. Donc à Paris, j'espère que vraiment il y a des gens à Paris ou ailleurs, d'ailleurs partout dans le monde, qui nous suivent et puis qui vont se mettre dans des clubs d'apnée. Il y en a beaucoup, toi t'en fais partie. Il y a de
plus en plus de clubs.
Il y a des clubs parisiens qui s'ouvrent de tous les côtés. Il y en a qui s'appellent les apnéistes anonymes qui viennent d'être créés, qui recherchent des recrues. Il y en a qui sont saturés. Voilà, faut pas hésiter.
Plein de clubs à Paris, en région parisienne, partout en
c'est
France.
Horizontal aussi et vertical. À Paris, on peut pratiquer dans les fosses. Un petit clin d'œil sur voilà, pour motiver la.
De plus en plus de clubs partout en France.
Voilà. Il y en a à Montpellier,
en région,
des nouveaux clubs qui
en
sont
ville.
Apnée Montpellier d'ailleurs, je crois que c'est un nouveau club qui s'est ouvert. Faut pas hésiter à contacter, hein. Il y a vraiment du monde.
À Nice ici, on a le SIPA, on a le NUC, on a le Chambo Diving qui propose des entraînements.
C'est un sport magnifique. Hein.
À Paris.
On a besoin de rien, on descend, point.
Bah oui.
Dans l'élément qui fait 95% de notre planète. C'est pas compliqué en volume. Donc voilà.
À
C'est
Paris,
une
je parlerai que de mon club Apnée Passion, à Montreuil, qui est un des plus grands clubs de France.
C'est une piscine très profonde d'ailleurs.
Combien de licenciés?
Une bonne centaine.
D'accord.
C'est un
Ça
club
doit
100%
ça doit être un des plus grands clubs avec celui de Nouvelle-Calédonie, Wentoro. Ils ont aussi énormément de licenciés.
Encore un athlète russe, Alexander Pavlov.
Alexander Pavlov from Russia again.
Going for 53
Russia is everywhere.
meter platform plate and a tag. Many tags waiting for him to be caught down there and be released to the surface.
Very relaxed. It's like it's in slow motion. Look at this.
Is it a Russian school? Maybe.
Oh,
I think that Alexey
just to feel the way down.
is not an innocent to these behaviors, techniques.
The PBs that Alexander mentioned was 56 meters in 2017 in Constantinople, and this year in May he achieved 43 meters. But in free immersion he's been to 51 meters, which is a little deeper.
And this is the area, landing area, bottom plate. Good. Okay, 1 meter. Okay, you can see the dotted marks. That shows the 1 meter area. You don't have to go over that. For the pool.
Yeah.
Okay, very easy to spot. Even with the goggles, I guess. Oh.
Speak English. Yeah, Mehmet, we speak English most of the time, but we do a little
Yeah,
French as well.
French as well, because
we do a little French sometimes, but most of what we say is in English. Don't worry. But we do
On est quand même en France, tu sais.
We're in France, and
we won't miss the basic anyway. It will be in English. Yeah.
don't worry. The main things are said in English.
You see the ends, like little bounce with the ends in the end. Little bounce shows the final pulse, you know. Pam, you see? That creates a little like turbo effect in the end of your arm stroke. That's very important to see. Tack.
Yep.
Yeah. Gain some speed even with the wrist.
Yep,
and
with the
palm of
wrist.
the hands.
Yep.
hands. Yeah.
That's it. Beautiful technique for Alexander.
Yeah, that's very streamlined.
C'est on dirait presque
and
du
it's
ralenti.
really elegant, like a dancer. You
Yeah,
see?
totally.
Elegant.
Totally.
You could imagine yeah.
Maybe a formal swimmer.
Wow.
It almost
maybe
seems
a
to be
dancer.
slow motion sometimes.
Yeah, preparing his exits, releasing some bubbles. That's maybe on purpose.
Yep,
I
sure,
think. Yeah.
definitely.
This is it.
And he's breaking surface right now, and he looks okay to me.
Wow, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Nice protocol.
Good fight, good protocol. According to the judge, we'll see.
Perfect dive for Alexander. Nice technique, nice protocol.
Beautiful
Very
dive.
nice.
Beautiful dive.
He's a hell of a swimmer. We'll tell him. Wow. among the best. Huh?
Yeah.
Really, really.
One
good.
of the best dives we saw today.
Yeah. Superb.
Technically, perfect. Nice job, Alexander Pavlov from Russia. Dive time 2:38, 53 meters reached.
It doesn't look like 53 meters, so maybe very slow, yeah?
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
very slow. Close.
Casual Girl, bonjour, où peut-on trouver une liste des clubs? Sur le site de la Fédération française d'études et des sports marins, tu trouveras une liste exhaustive de tous les clubs en France en fonction des régions, et je pense que sur le site d'AIDA France aussi, tu dois pouvoir trouver une liste des clubs AIDA un peu partout en France.
Et vous pouvez aussi vous adresser directement dans les piscines où vous avez l'habitude d'aller. En général, les chefs de bassin connaissent les clubs qu'ils fréquentent et s'il y a un club d'apnée, ils vous le diront. Mais effectivement, le site de la FFESSM et d'AIDA France donne toutes les infos.
Donc soit sur le site de la Fédération française, la FFE-SSM, soit sur le site d'AIDA France. En fonction de là où vous vivez, vous pouvez trouver toutes les infos pour vous entraîner dans des clubs.
1 minute 30.
No
1:30
worries
to go
with
for the
French
next contender.
inserted into English. Mostly they tell the same stuff in both languages. Sure we do.
Yeah,
Andy.
that's
Thank
it.
you.
D'ailleurs, un petit aparté qui fait rêver. L'apnée finalement, bon, bah, c'est ok, c'est la compétition, on voit la compétition là, en brasse, mais sachez que la brasse, vous pouvez très bien la faire dans un cadre fantastique, c'est-à-dire les baleines à Tahiti, les dauphins un peu partout, aller voir une grotte, une épave en brasse, c'est pas impossible, hein, avec un bon binôme, une épave à 30 mètres, 20 mètres, 10 mètres, vous descendez, vous admirez l'épave, la grotte, vous nagez avec les dauphins, tout ça en brasse, c'est merveilleux, ou à la palme si vous voulez, ou à la monopalme. Mais ça fait aussi rêver, là on voit la compétition. Et l'apnée c'est aussi un moyen, en fait, c'est pas forcément une fin, c'est un moyen de faire des choses extraordinaires sous l'eau. So in English, maybe.
Some athletes told us that when they are swimming, they feel much more free without the fins than with them. So one of them, I think it's Miguel Lozano, who reminded us that he felt like when he was a child, he was swimming in the sea like that, like duck dive and then freely swimming and trying to catch the fishes and watching everywhere what happens. And he said that it reminds him of his childhood when he's no fins. So that's the reason why he particularly loved this discipline. There's this sense of freedom, and I think you did before, Stefan.
Yeah,
they say
yeah.
it's the purest discipline of
You don't need nothing, you have a little bag, little mask, and this is it. And if the water is warm enough, you just go with your swimming suit. And you just guide along a reef, around an edgy rock, and you just see a wreck. You follow a dolphin group, and you approach
I think that's William Trubridge's
whales.
motivation as well, this purity thing.
Yes, Arthur, SWG, because the whole world is watching, maybe, sure, but we do most of our comments in English, so don't worry. We're just giving a little French sometimes.
What's the depth?
That's it.
It's strange. It's deeper than the previous one. I don't understand. I'm back in 1 minute.
Where is this competition held? We are in the Bay of Villefranche-Sur-Mer. We're in Nice, south of France, French Riviera. This is the mecca of freediving here in France.
This is here freediving was born.
This is where everything started here with Claude Chapuis and AIDA France.
In 1992.
In the early 90s. So this Bay of Villefranche is a mythic place for freediving. Here we are to answer your question.
Okay, so we have Dean
Cipollina from Britain, from England.
52 meters.
Dean is a very nice guy. Appreciate this guy. Strong diver. He reached the bottom. 55 meters is on the way up right now, Dean. Let's have a look at his technique. Looks very fine. Strong arms in front. Nice extension. This guy has a very nice extension. Look at his arms. He's going very far in the front of him to take advantage of the length of the arms. This is how it has to be. Strong arms is the key for CNF. That's it. There's not even one lack of strength for Dean, as he still has the same power reaching the surface. Look at this. Just perfect. Grab the rope very high over the surface to hold his airways over the water. Nice protocol. This is a perfect white card to me.
Nice
216.
swim.
Nice swim.
Right?
Very nice swim. Yeah.
Whereas he told us that his favorite discipline is the monofin, constant weight with monofin. So he's doing a great job with the constant monofin here, reaching 55 meters with quite ease.
Yeah. He is easy.
And he's saying himself that he's working on developing his technique.
Red card. Why?
Oh.
Oh God. Don't understand. No clue. Okay, it's a red card for Dean. I don't know why. We'll have the explanation later, maybe. For now, it's DQ disqualification for.
Did he touch the rope?
I didn't see him. I didn't see him touching the rope. I don't understand. I haven't seen any late starts. I haven't seen him doing like any mistakes in his protocol.
He watched the right once when doing his OK sign. He watched the judges, right?
I don't understand what's going on here. Maybe I missed something.
Maybe the very beginning of it. Maybe there was something. I don't know.
We'll know what happened later. Dean, what happened?
I said that I am okay in the wrong order.
Okay.
Say it to the safety instead of the judges?
Yeah, I didn't know exactly where to look.
So it's the problem of pronunciation or a problem of who you're looking at?
The orientation of the...
You said it in the wrong order, like okay I am, or?
No, I just said I'm okay, but I think I did it for the nose grip.
Okay, so this is the problem of, okay, so executing the surface protocol. The order.
But
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, it looked very fine.
you have such a beautiful technique.
Thank you.
Nice
Oh my
technique,
God,
Dean.
beautiful.
Congratulations. Si tu veux. Comme tu veux. For what red card? Marina, red card for Dean because problem in the surface protocol. He didn't do the surface protocol in the good order. So he said, I'm okay before removing his nose clip or something like that. Some kind of this small mistakes that gives you a red card instead of a white one. But the dive looked pretty fine.
Je prends appui pour pas défoncer la cage. David Miller, 50 meters.
David Miller from Britain, from England, from Great Britain. Going right now with the 50 meters announcement. Diver is gone. Just started. So let's have a look at his technique. He's already free falling. 17 meters. Oh my God! A lot of weight.
So maybe he's overweight.
A lot of
purpose.
weight. Yeah.
That's a possibility.
He was free falling. Yeah. Free falling at 15 meters, which is very shallow to free fall. So I think he probably has a lot of weight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. He's wearing a belt.
Or he's in FRC, but I doubt it.
No, I don't think he's in FRC.
Raison de partir vide pour sa perf au championnat du monde, c'est osé.
C'est un aspect osé.
So yeah, I think it's probably a way to have more relaxation on the way down.
1 meter, yeah, that's it. Whoa! Giving a big push down there. It's
50
not the
meters.
things to do for the lungs.
He's having a problem
Wow,
with,
you know, he was sinking. You could see the sink phase.
Sinking because he has a lot of weight.
Okay. He missed it, yeah. So that's a bit of a struggle coming up.
A lot of weight, and we can feel it now. We can see it. He will need to be very strong on the way up.
Yeah, he's putting a lot of strength in his arm stroke. You can see.
Yeah.
He's spending a lot of energy.
The arm movement could be a little bit wider, in my opinion. And he comes back very fast in the front. You see the S is coming back very front in the inside. And it could be a bit more wide.
So now it's a bit of a struggle with the weight. You need to bring up your weight. So
and the leg movement could be a little bit more flexible as well.
And
his lanyard is attached at his hand. Look, it could be attached at the belt actually. It would be easier for him. But it looks fine. It looks fine after all.
Yeah, there was a
nice,
decent dive. Yeah.
Nice, David. Yeah, he could attach his lanyard to the belt, which would be better for CNF.
Yeah, it's still authorized, yeah?
It's authorized, yeah, sure. But it's a lot more difficult. He's got the tag.
Smiling.
For me, it's like a white card.
When you succeed in your goal, in your dive, I can tell you the smile is like, wow, automatic.
3 minutes before the official stops.
Yeah, so
It's a natural smile.
he did the surface protocol in the wrong order. That's the reason he had the DQ 14. How many more athletes are left? I think 3 more?
No, more than that.
4 more to go? 7 more to go.
It's forecast to be ended up half past.
26 minutes late on the schedule.
Okay, 7 more to go now.
So 7 times 6.
Sorry, question.
7 times 6 plus a little break maybe. Be here for I think 1 hour.
So many red cards. Yes, there are, Kaspar. A lot of
Back
red
to
cards.
Asia now. Back to Asia with a 50-meter attempt, freediving, no fins. Zhu. Ginny. Not easy to pronounce for us. He's grey suit,
Ginny,
yellow
from
neck
China.
weight, yellow let's say sofa, and a yellow rope.
More and more athletes from China in the World Championships every year. More and more Chinese people coming to freediving, which is good. Which is very good. We can hear Claude Chapuis yelling at people.
C'est très clair, vous avez je pense entendu le message. Il y a un arrêté préfectoral. Afin qu'aucune embarcation ne se rapproche de la zone.
Donc, apparemment, il y a des.
Je crois que c'est 100 mètres.
Qui ont dû s'approcher.
Ouais, donc Claude, responsable de l'événement avec Joseph, voilà. Remis les choses dans l'ordre.
So there's a cruise ship or a civilian boat who just approached the installation, the facility here. So you can hear Claude Chapuis shouting behind because it's very dangerous for freedivers and there is a law that prohibits the arrival inside the 100 meters distance. So Claude Chapuis just told them to move now because they are interrupting the competition.
Yeah, I think it's a very good thing because if ever Claude or the organization did mention that or created that arrêté préfectoral, probably we would have jet skis around and boats and everything. It would be crowded and really hard for to handle.
Especially for the sound
that's
and
a good
the water.
Thing. Yeah. Even paddleboard are not allowed to approach. And
maybe not because of the sound, but
yeah, it's tricky, you know, if you want to evacuate somebody and you get blocked by surrounding boats. That's a big problem. Okay, let's go for China.
Yeah.
That's a 50-meter dive. We will comment together.
Yeah, sure.
It's very hard. Sunlight. But it's an average technique. It's just good technique. Got a typical freediver no fins profile, sinking at 22 meters. Ah, okay, one more.
With like 2 legs movements for 1 arm. Some of them mix.
Sometimes you get your alarm or not, but you get your alarm to say, wow, you're not the proper time at the right depth. So you had a little movement to catch that up for the free fall phase. Lead by the light of the sun, still at 45 meters.
Well, his free fall is okay. His arms might be a little closer to his body,
Touching down
but he's
the-
touching down now, so that's perfect.
Down there is not a jellyfish, this is the plate with the
This
tanks.
is the plate,
Not
it's
worry.
not a jellyfish.
Looks like, with the waves moving
Okay,
away.
so on his way up, he's making his biggest effort right now because he needs to get out of the depths. Extract himself from the
What do
depths
you
here.
use? What do you use for pulling the rope in case of deep blackouts? There's a counterweight, Diaz, that is on surface and that is released in case of deep blackout.
So he's reaching the 15 meters
Okay.
now. He's
He's
what,
on to
looking up
reach.
sometimes.
His goals.
He seems to be quite energetic yet.
He's watching at the surface.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's watching a lot on the surface, but
Okay, the last one.
we don't know him, so we're not exactly sure. Yes, grabbing the rope. Nose clip.
Nice
sign.
protocol.
Well
Genius.
done.
Yeah,
Looks like
and he
it's
looked
perfectly
at the right
valid.
person directly.
It
Great,
seems very clear.
nice protocol. Looks like a white card to me.
Yeah. Nice swim too. Different technique, sure, but very energetic.
Well done.
So Zhu Jinyi just validated his 50 meters announcement in this 2019 World AIDA Depth Championship for China here in constant no fin, which is once again probably the most demanding discipline of all the freediving disciplines.
Vous avez mangé? Vous avez eu un sandwich?
Non.
Vous en voulez un ou
On a faim.
Bon, un peu. Ça fait plaisir. 2 pour 3, ça va? 2 pour 3. 2 pour 3.
Enfin, 2 pour moi surtout.
Bien vu.
Okay, now who's coming next? Jesper Lorisden,
Another Jesper.
a Danish. Oh, we saw him just a few minutes ago.
No, it's another one. Jesper.
He was. There were the two of them. One was coaching the other.
I didn't know.
Okay, the one who was in the water was coaching Jesper.
D'accord.
2 minutes!
D'accord.
2 minutes. So what could we say again? Any more questions? Yeah, the no-fin discipline, it's quite a recent discipline. If you look back into the past, I think one of the first world record was set by Christian Charras. Christian, on te salue au passage. J'espère que tu vas beaucoup mieux. And Christian belongs to the SIPA association. And he was, I think, for a couple of hours, the world record holder of the no-fin discipline with an amazing figure today, 40 meters. While in this period, I think the constant weight was already 100 meters past. So this discipline is really a new one, and it went to summits. You see William achieving 102 meters 4 or 5 years ago. you can see how much that discipline
Yes, William
progressed.
was definitely the king
Yeah.
at that time.
He's
He
the only
used to be.
one
He used to be. we
over
have to say.
96 and achieved, I think,
And of course, with all the incredible images, the pictures
Yeah.
that Dan Verhoeven took.
yeah.
And he's not here right now, but we have great talented photographers.
And thanks,
here too.
Will.
We can maybe say a few words about the photographers here.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I don't
Anne-Marie,
know.
Sylvain Bez, Guillaume Estève, and I have a few other names, but these are the main ones. I think there are 5 or 6 of them, constantly doing shifts to have at least one photographer in the water, and each athlete will be able to get the pictures of his dive
Anne as
later.
well is a great photographer.
Anne-Marie is a
yeah,
great
Anne-Marie.
photographer, Guillaume Estève
Anne.
as well, and
Guillaume Estève is very good as well. Makes the job. There's Bill as well, Bill Ramey.
ouais.
Bill Ramey is here on the World Championship and is as well an amazing underwater photographer who is living here as Anne-Marie does.
Well,
They are both
It's a bit
living
choppy
in
here
this
for the
region.
capture.
And there was supposed to be as well my very good friend Alex Voyer, but finally he decided not to come for professional reasons.
Alex, si tu nous regardes, un bisou.
Alex, if you watch at us,
just on his way down. Nothing to say. Streamlined. Look, immobile, but it's not. It's moving down. We've got the little robot dive eye following you at your own speed, so it's like
Just
motionless.
touchdown in 1 minute exactly. So,
Oh,
a return.
It's a pity.
Okay, again, like Mario would
Conservative.
say, it's a wisdom move. Wise move, sorry. Sometimes when you don't feel it, because a lot of things can change very. Okay, we just have a little battery issue with the dive eye monitor, so please give us 1 sec.
ça va là-dedans, il faut l'ouvrir.
C'est moi qui l'ai débranché.
Et je vais le chercher, non, sinon?
Non, mais je l'ai débranché, donc il doit tout passer.
Le câble de Stordy?
T'as débranché celui de Arthur?
J'ai branché.
Il est là-dedans, il est là-dedans, regarde. Ça va là-dedans.
Bon, c'est juste une alerte, hein, on n'est pas à 0.
J'espère que c'est les mêmes fiches qu'en France.
Ok, looks like
Je vais envoyer un petit message à Michel.
Clean protocol. Marie, est-ce que tu as l'équipe de dive dessus? Ah yes,
Oh,
good.
thank you so much.
Yeah,
Battery issue.
We
Yeah.
were.
You want
Alert. Do you need this?
We need to get here.
Allez.
Excuse me. What was it there? Thank you.
C'est bon. On les a, nous. On les a tous.
Oui, mais pour vous.
Oui. Mais tranquille.
Vous êtes sûr par contre?
2 minutes.
Alors, bien, 4 sandwichs.
Ouais. 4 sandwichs pour la 2. La mademoiselle. Un peu tendu du slip là.
The cave, the arch, and yeah, it creates no fins to be magic. And
he's definitely been the king of the constant fin for a long time.
Yeah.
Sendo Wing, I have a question for deep diver like 100 plus. What's the neutral buoyancy for the diving? Usually most of the diver are neutral, probably around 25, I'd say. 25, 30, 25?
No, it depends because the deeper they go, some of them they weigh very lightweight. For instance, Morgan Bourc'his this morning he had a 2.5 neoprene millimeter, 1.5 neoprene millimeter wetsuit, and he was wearing 700 grams under his around his neck. So usually the deeper you go, the less weight you carry.
Exactly.
And that's the point, because people who do spearfishing a lot, spearfishers, they tend to weight themselves a lot because they need to stay down at shallow depths for quite long, but usually they tend to overweight themselves.
Yeah.
Whereas athletes who go to 100 and more, the opposite, they tend to have very, very light weight.
But usually they start free falling around 25-30 meters, so buoyancy is starting to become negative around this point normally. Between 25 and 35, let's say. So we have a wide range.
Because once again, overweighting yourself is very dangerous, because you have to produce an effort, a tremendous effort, when you're at the bottom of your target depths. So the safety lines is...
Seong Yungo, Kamsamnida, Korean guy. Tried to reach the famous barrier of 50 meters, which is in CNF, for me, is the big start of a hell of work to perform. 50 meters, something wow.
Alors, il est déjà en chute, il est en chute libre, bien sûr, on est à 39 mètres maintenant.
Yuno is free falling right now.
His arms are...
Reaching 45.
Yeah, his arms are really relaxed, and he's reaching the bottom.
Right, good. He used
Himself
the
once.
pool, authorized pool, that's good.
Okay. Good.
To launch him up.
He's okay, he's not particularly powerful, but his technique is okay, really. Efficient. His head remains still. He's looking in front of himself, the rope, which usually means that he's not too impatient to surface. He's almost there yet. 12 meters. So Yunyo Zhang is now surfacing right now, grabbing the line high enough, getting rid of the nose clip, and he should be doing the OK sign to the judges. Well, we didn't see the OK sign exactly here because of the angle of the camera, but it should be a white card. We hope for him. It was a nice dive, really. 2 minutes and 1 second. Congratulations, Yunyo Xiang.
Well done. Yeah.
Well done, yeah.
To represent 50 meters, it looks like something very common here today, but 50 meters is a 17-story building. So you go on the top of it, look down, you say going down, no fins coming up.
C'est vrai qu'on a l'habitude de très très gros chiffres depuis maintenant plusieurs années. Les chiffres augmentent sans cesse, mais déjà nager 50 mètres en palme ou sans palme, c'est déjà énorme. 50 mètres, c'est la hauteur d'un immeuble de 17 étages, nous disait Stéphane. Et c'est vrai qu'atteindre ce type de profondeur, tout spécialement à la brasse, surtout pour un championnat du monde, il faut vraiment être très préparé, très entraîné, très concentré aussi. On l'a vu ce matin, l'ambiance n'est pas toujours propice à la concentration. Il se passe bien évidemment toujours beaucoup de choses autour des athlètes et il n'est pas toujours évident de se mettre dans sa bulle. Pourtant, on a bien besoin d'être dans sa bulle pour plonger.
Joli parallèle avec la bulle et l'apnée.
So it was a really nice dive, Chong, and now
we do have a
let us
50-meter
check
club
who's getting
attempt.
ready.
50-meter club attempt. Everyone wants his official championship 50-meter goals. But this is it.
Well, you have to remember that there used to be a time where 50 meters depth was seen as something inhuman for everybody, the doctors, the divers, and when Jacques Mayol went to these depths, a lot of doctors and specialists told him that he could never go deeper, and at the time the doctors thought that you could not go deeper than 30 meters, you would die, and then they said it would 40 meters, they would die, and then they said it would be 50 meters, and so on. And then we are now realizing that the human body has infinite adaptation capacities, and of course scientists have been studied the mechanisms that help the human beings achieving such great depth, such as the blood shift, stuff like that. But we also know now that it takes time getting there. For instance, Jacques Mayol and Enzo Mallorca, they dedicated their whole life to reaching such depths. They have been doing every day the training and every day the mental preparation and every day needed to in order to year by year reach 1 meter, then 1 meter again. Like Natalia Molchanova did this, she only gained 1 meter after 1 meter. And the greater wisdom is to do twice the depths you have reached before you upgrade it. So the thing is that nowadays freediving has spread worldwide and everybody wants to reach 50 and 70 meters. The first summer that people start, they can reach already sometimes 30 or 40 meters, so they imagine that the next year they will be reaching 50 meters, and then the next day, the next year they can be at 70. But they forget that, once again, Jacques Mayol or Natalia Molchanova or Morgan Bourc'his or Guillaume Nery, they dedicated their whole life for decades to accommodate their body, their mind and their soul to the depths.
Well said, Audrey.
And about Soyun Pescado.
Paul Sutton
on the comments
from the UK is going down into the water.
You're asking, could you always confirm the name and nationality